in here to H.H. Dearleaf Athletic Field. I'm Tyler Lance, alongside me, Tim Ladron, bringing you this week action of Beaver Dam Golden Beavers football in this Beaver Bowl. Not unofficial Beaver Bowl. Yeah. It's not official yet, but we'll work our way here. It's a long way to go here, and a long history will be in the making here in the Badger North as a second season for the Golden Beavers here. Last year, Beaver Dam able to come through victorious against Reedsburg, and a beautiful field there and a beautiful night, and it transitions into this year where Beaver Dam, with some injuries though this season, where we're still not sure if Adam Bird will be suiting up tonight. A little bit of sickness in the locker room here before the contest, but Heinzen injured, and a handful of others that have came across throughout the season. This is a team that's in a little bit of an injury bug halfway through the season.
Yeah, and you know, last year Beaver Dam's win over Reedsburg essentially knocked Reedsburg out of the playoff chase and gave Beaver Dam that option or the opportunity to get there. And you know, it could be sort of a flip of the coin here tonight, as Reedsburg looks like one of those teams that could get in as that fourth team in the Badger North. And Beaver Dam certainly would like to get there. We know they got to pull off a big upset along the way, but they got a chance to ruin some things for Reedsburg. Parker Lysis, also another guy that's out this week for Beaver Dam, and so Adam Bird ill tonight. Apparently currently in the locker room and didn't make it out for warm-ups. We'll see if he can get out and play. And we saw when Heinzen went down early last week what an issue that was. Reedsburg certainly provides a little bit different, well, a lot different challenge than what Mount Horeb brought with that passing game. Reedsburg's going to come out here and they're going to pound the football. They're going to pound it a lot.
And that was what Beaver Dam saw against Baraboo early on in this season. The size isn't there as what Baraboo had in that matchup, but it's a similar style of play for this Reedsburg squad, who comes in 3-1 on the season, 1-1 in conference play. Looking up and down through the board here, 2-0 for both Baraboo and Waunakee. A handful of squads at 1-1, including DeForest, Mount Horeb, who got their first Badger North Conference win against Beaver Dam last week in a chippy game at that. Reedsburg 1-1 here tonight, looking to improve to 2-1, and Sauk Prairie 1-1 as well. And then there's Beaver Dam and Portage, who are still looking for that first win. And this is the stretch here where you go into the end of the season pretty much, where it's almost you have to win your 4 games before you get to Waunakee, because that game is going to be tough as always, and you can't expect to even really come close against a Waunakee squad.
Yeah, certainly a must-win for both teams. And, you know, Reedsburg, with that 1-1 and the only loss in a Forest, which is one of those you can afford. It's interesting with Reedsburg. In their last 3 games, they've only scored a total of 15 points. But they're 2-1 in those games. They're going to, like I said before, they're going to run the football a lot. They're going to rely on that defense that has been really good outside of the 40-0 loss to DeForest in week 3, which is the opener of the Badger North. I think a little bit can be excused for that for Reedsburg. They've had all that flooding in their community and all that other stuff, and that was right in the middle of that. And I'm sure football might have been one of the last things on their mind when it came to that game. Coming off a 9-7 win over Sauk Prairie, a late field goal win for them. And it could be an interesting football game. You would think Beaver Dam will have some success defensively tonight against the run, and Beaver Dam certainly has the more prolific offense between these two teams.
And as for Reedsburg as well, it kicked some kicking woes last week where it almost hurt them. They missed the extra point on their touchdown, but came right back and booted it for a field goal, which turned out to be the game-winning points for them. It was quite interesting. So we'll see. And after some talks with Reedsburg broadcast crew over there, it's going to be interesting. Sauk Prairie, in their mind, really should have ran away with that game last week. So this is a squad in Reedsburg that's really underachieved on this season. Though they are 3-1 on the year, they got a good draw in non-conference play with Monroe and Milton, and then they come up and get that big win against Sauk. So this is a team, and this has been a trend throughout this whole season. Beaver Dam not really know who they're playing quite yet, and what quite of opponent they're going to be facing. But for this Beaver Dam offense, then the story all season's been Kendrick Jimenez.
Yeah, he's been really good, and he might be the difference tonight, his ability to throw the football.
As we have our national anthem here coming up, and we'll take 2 minutes. We'll be back right after this. You're listening to Beaver Dam High School Football here on 1430 WBEV.
Take $10,000 off MSRP on the all-new 2019 Ram Bighorn Crew Cab or lease from $325 a month during Ram Power Days at Reed Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Beaver Dam. For you Jeep enthusiasts, brand new four-wheel drive Renegade starting at $19,995. The all-new four-wheel drive Compass Latitude $23,395, and for the extreme off-roaders, Cherokee Trailhawks from $30,000. Let our family take care of your family at Reed Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Beaver Dam and ReedChrysler.com.
Lease payment with $3,500 due at signing, 10,000 miles per year, excluding tax, title, license.
Summertime. Weather gets warmer, nights get longer, and farming gets better with the Case IH Summer Sales Event. It's now a great time to stop by Farmers Implement in Allenton and Columbus to get the equipment you need this season at a special rate. Find new Farmall, Maxim, and Puma Series tractors, along with our complete line of Case IH hay tools, all designed with the power, efficiency, and versatility to handle any job. Choose a Case IH mower, mower conditioner, baler, or loader, and knock out all your chores with loader attachments such as bucket, blades, grapples, and more. Hurry, get in on this deal before summer fades away. Find new Farmall, Maxim, and Puma Series tractors, as well as our complete line of hay tools with special 0% financing offers. Stop by Farmers Implement in Allenton and Columbus to take advantage of this deal before another sun-filled season fades away.
Running a business can feel like running a small country. With so many rules and tiny details, it is easy to feel overwhelmed with even the simplest decision. Richards Insurance can lay out all your options, from HR consulting and employee benefits to preparing for an anticipated OSHA inspection over potential safety hazards. Richards may not know international politics, but they do know local business. Richards Insurance, 123 North Spring Street in downtown Beaver Dam. Call 887-1615.
We'll be there with you. Richards Insurance of Beaver Dam.
Hi, Jeff Nowicki from Hometown Glass and Improvement. Just as we're proud to bring you this game, we're proud to be able to make your next home improvement project a breeze. Enjoy the game.
Beaver Dam will receive to start off this matchup in the Beaver Bowl as Beaver Dam High School football here brought to you by Surefire, Richards Insurance, American Bank, Landmark Credit Union, Walker's Restaurant, Bayside, Hometown Pharmacy, and Columbus Family Dental. And this is a good starting point here for Beaver Dam as they look to set the tone early and often in this matchup. As back to return, Lysis will not be back there,
right.
So it'll be an adjustment next to Brown. As it appears Stobie back to return the kick with Beaver Dam.
It's good to see Adam Bird on the sideline here to start the game. Looks like he's ready to go. Also, Andrew Rosado got dinged up last week. He's also ready to go.
There's a little bit of squib right in the middle of the field. Fielded at the 20, coming up, fielding it, and finds the Reedsburg kick coverage team. He drags past the 30, and he's brought down at about the 33-yard line. Beaver Dam will start on their own 33.
Ian Went-Utri on the return.
Went-Utri's been a pretty big factor here. Offensively, he's seen it more and more as the weeks have gone by, but big factor defensively for this unit, and he's continued that effort here throughout the first 4 games in this season.
Yeah, and I would think with Lysis being out, you might see him getting a couple carries tonight as well, as you see Stobie out there replacing Lysis.
Boschert to the left. As well to the right, Fletcher, tight end, in on the right side. Brown to the back, next to Jimenez, as well as Stobie. So 2 backs in the backfield. Matter of 7 seconds here into the first quarter, 11:53. In motion, Stobie as the handoff goes to Brown. He goes off right tackle, is met immediately and brought down there as he's unable to get around the line, edge of the line on the tackle there. That's Wade Ernstmeyer with the tackle for Reedsburg.
And I talked to James Brown a little bit today in school, and he mentioned he dinged up his knee in practice last night, too. He was going to fight through one tonight. So it is that time of year, middle of the season, when a lot of guys start getting dinged up.
4 games in, 5 to go as the handoff goes to Stobie. Has a seam in the right side, cuts up across midfield, and he's brought down just past the Reedsburg 45. And a good gain there by Stobie, who is seen very minimal carries on this season, taking advantage of this opportunity.
Pick up a 20 for Stobie on that one. Nice pickup. He, might be him getting the ball is always a good thing. It's good to see him healthy. He'll make some plays tonight.
11:13 to go here in the first quarter. The handoff goes to Brown off left tackle. Patient cuts off for Cupfield, gets the first down, crosses the 30, and he's brought down just short of the 25. More than enough for the first down, and he'll be down at the Reedsburg 27.
Nice pickup of 17 for Brown, and a lead block by Eli Booth. A nice job coming around that left side out of his guard spot.
Fletcher out to the right, Boschert to the left. As mentioned, Bird is on the sidelines. Yet to see him, as I'm sure he'll be more of a factor defensively, as the handoff from the shotgun goes to Brown. Brown tries to kick it out to the right side, has some space. Blake Brown in the backfield, but he's brought down near past the 15, up across towards the 10. It will be a defensive penalty, as it appears, Tim, you saw a face mask.
Yeah, I think it's a face mask on Reedsburg. It's got to be.
Awaiting the official call, and right now it's spotted at the 13-yard line of Reedsburg. And it will be a face mask against Reedsburg, so going from great field position inside the Reedsburg 20 now into inside the 10 of Reedsburg with 10:44 here to go in the first quarter.
But with a defense that's been as good as Reedsburg, this is a great drive for Beaver Dam out of the gate.
And we've seen good starts throughout the season with Beaver Dam. When Baraboo, it looked like it was going to be that case as well. So you just got to keep it going here and keep that momentum. One to the right, one to the left. Handoff goes to Brown. This time he goes off left tackle, plows over the defender and crosses the 5. He'll be marked down at the 4 of Reedsburg with 10.5 to go in the first. Scoreless here as Beaver Dam and their opening drive of this contest.
Offensive line doing a nice job creating some holes here.
Fletcher to the right, Boschert to the left. The handoff goes to Brown. He goes right up the middle. Tries to plow through the offense. Fumble on the Beaver Dam offense. As coming off the field is Reedsburg, and they'll get it inside their own 5-yard line. A costly turnover, which we haven't seen too often from this Beaver Dam offense, on the ground at least.
Yeah, you're right, Tyler. That might be James's first fumble of the year at a big time inside the 5.
So Beaver Dam will go to work on defense with just over 10 minutes to go in the first. And an opening drive that was moved down the field and inside the 5 of Reedsburg. They turn it over inside the 5. And now the Beavers work their offense. We'll see a lot of runs here going on. The pitch inside the end zone, cutting up field and getting enough to give them some breathing room is Casey Campbell.
If you remember last year, Campbell was the guy Beaver Dam had a really hard time stopping. He had a big game last year against them.
It'll be 2nd and 5 for Reedsburg here, as we're in the opening minutes here between Reedsburg and Beaver Dam in this Badger North Conference matchup. Receiver to the right, one to the left. You'll see more of a wing motion offense as the handoff goes right up the middle. It'll be close to the first down marker, and it will be enough. On the carry there, Derek Pollock, the senior, 6 foot 190 with the carry, enough for the first down. He gets 5 and then a couple inches after.
And that's just what it's going to be. It's going to be a grind-them-out game, and Beaver Dam's going to have to stop the run here.
One to the right, one to the left. 3 backs as the pitch goes over to Campbell. Campbell has the left edge, goes upfield, crosses the 20, and that is where he'll be marked down just past at the 21-yard line. Be a gain of 8 for Campbell, and we saw the Baraboo rushing attack cause some problem for this defense early on. Reedsburg moving pretty well here for starting out deep in their own territory.
When you run this type of offense with a lot of options, you got to have a quarterback that can handle the ball pretty well. Hayden Hahn, their quarterback, doing a nice job so far taking care of the football.
And Hahn will run it himself just to keep the defense honest here and there. Not a big threat on the ground, as averaging under 2 yards per carry. The handoff, Hahn will keep it this time, and bringing them down in the backfield is to Yeager. And good job there, just penetrating that and keeping it 3rd and now 3 after a loss of a yard on the carry there by Hahn.
And now, Reedsburg still, you consider a 3rd and 2 or 3 still in pretty good spot. The way they run the football, Beaver Dam's going to have to do another nice job here stopping it. It'll help with a hit behind the line.
The pressure is about 7 in the box, 8 in the box now as a flag thrown. A little bit of an early jump there by Beaver Dam, and that's a costly line of scrimmage penalty. Cole Weber, one of the culprits that jumps off sides. It was pretty much the whole right side of the defense there. Could have been called, but Weber the closest on the line.
And that's always one of those penalties that hurt when you're giving up a first down on that when you get a chance to get off the field.
Still scoreless here as we're in the first quarter. 8 minutes to play. Reedsburg now with the ball as Pollock gets the pitch off, going in motion to the right, and he's brought down immediately. Good job there sealing the edge by the Beaver Dam defense. As it's a gain of 0 for Reedsburg. So 2nd and 10 now as we have 7.5 minutes to go here in the first quarter.
Pollock, their leading rusher, 28 carries for 308 and 2 touchdowns, averaging about 11 yards a carry. Held for nothing there.
It'll be Pollock and Campbell will be seen carrying a majority of it at the time, but you will see Jason Walls get his fair share as well. Pollock in motion, stops, comes back, and a handoff goes right up the middle.
That is
this
Walls
time as Walls gets his first carry of the game. A good carry there on 2nd and 10 of 5 yards. It'll be 3rd and 5 for Reedsburg, making it a little bit more manageable.
Yeah, Walls in that fullback position. When you run a lot of option like they do, if you got a fullback that can at least hold his own as a runner, does a lot of damage to the defense. He keeps you honest.
Here on WBV, also streaming live on DailyDodge.com. Reedsburg coming into Beaver Dam's house as the handoff goes right up the middle again. It appears the spot will be close to the first down marker. Not officially sure as Walls on the carry yet again, and the 6 will be moved up without measurement, so another first down for Reedsburg. They move up to their own 36-yard line.
And this is sort of who Reedsburg is. They started this drive on the 2. They're only to the 36, and it's been an 8-play drive already. They're just going to, again, try to grind you out here.
And it's the type of night where you want the defense off the field quickly with this heat and that is going on out there. It's still in the 80s here, and we're at about 7 o'clock at night. 2 receivers to the right. Pollock in motion. He cuts up field as the handoff kept by Hahn. Cuts up, crosses the 40, and is brought down at the 45-yard line. A gain of 9. We'll say 8 now as they move him back a little bit. So it'll be a gain of 8 there for Hahn, and it's a good start for the first down play for this Reedsburg offense.
Yeah, they're doing a nice job of just doing what they do, not getting anything fancy. Again, Hahn's only put it up in the air 25 times this year in 4 games. He's not going to throw the football a whole lot.
There's been really one receiver that's made an impact. That's Austin Peters, a big tight end for them as the handoff goes to Walls right up the middle. Nope. And he's brought down, it's a pitch off to the side. Fooled myself there as he gets enough for the first down and gets up past the 46-yard line of Reedsburg. It'll be marked just short of the 47, and the 6 will move for 1st and 10.
And I mean, that's the perfect sign of a quarterback that can handle the ball, right? When they're fooling people up in the booth and everything else. It's a really nice job of selling the fake to the fullback and running the pitch and getting the first down.
2 receivers to the left. A little bit of wing T action in motion is Campbell as the pitch goes to him off left tackle, cuts it up the field. He brings a couple defenders with him a few yards and get brought down short of Beaver Dam's 45. It'll be at the 46. And another good first down rush for the Reedsburg offense.
Mentioned Casey Campbell. Last year was a sophomore and really hurt Beaver Dam on the ground. He's not very big, 5'10", 165. Ran over a couple defenders on that one for Beaver Dam. A nice carry.
And he'll be a force all night long as not many offensive plays, only about 100 total yards of offense last week for Reedsburg. They're functioning at full capacity tonight as Hahn takes the carry himself, and he goes off the right tackle after the fake up the middle to Pollock. He gets past Beaver Dam's 40-yard line and down to the 39. Another first down for Reedsburg.
Well, we've talked a lot about, you know, two-way players and those types of things for Beaver Dam, and they've got quite a few of them with the injuries going on. They got even more tonight. They got Adam Bird out there on defense right now who's battling the flu bug, and they just don't want to see that defense wear down this early. It's a great drive by Reedsburg.
One to the right, one to the left, in motion Pollock. He stops, goes back to his spot on the left side of the line. Hahn keeps the carry himself, and on a 1st and 10, gets just enough yardage in the push from the offensive line and able to let him do so. It'll be a gain of 3 here on first down. It'll be 2nd and 7.
Even on a play there where it felt like they got nothing, he still picks up 3. Just Reedsburg's offensive line now starting to get a pretty good push.
You have the same guys out there working constantly for this Beaver Dam defensive line and their 3-4 set standard defense. One to the left, one to the right, as Campbell is a little further out. The handoff goes right up the middle. A flag is thrown by the back judge after being stood up, a pile there. Be a gain of about 3 as of right now. We'll wait to see what the flag is, though, and who it goes against.
Quick flag.
Appears
chop block.
It'll be a chop block against Reedsburg. And we've seen a couple of those on the season, as not as much last season, a little bit more enforcement here. And just safety, a big thing here in all of football. That's a tough loss there, as it was 2nd and 7. Would have been about 3rd and 4 for Reedsburg. But now they move back closer to midfield, Beaver Dam's 48-yard line. And it'll be 2nd and long now for Reedsburg.
Yeah, and that's the problem, that they've been marching the ball so well. There's just no need, you know. It's just a kind of a dumb penalty.
There's one to the right, one to the left. Hahn under center. In motion, Pollock. Handoff goes. There's a pitch actually to Pollock, who cuts up field, tries to get back some of the penalty yardage. Able to cross the Beaver Dam 45. He's brought down and marked at the 44 of Beaver Dam. So it'll be 3rd and 15 now for Reedsburg.
Well, and now when you're a team that doesn't throw the football a lot, this is where you have an issue. And although we saw it last week, Beaver Dam getting beat on 3rd and long for big plays, including a long touchdown. So Beaver Dam defense still needs to be alert here. This will be the 16th play of this drive.
And it's a time-consuming drive on its own, as we only have 2:20 to go here in the first quarter. One to the right, one to the left. Pollock in motion as a timeout will be called by Coach Brian Pottinger of Reedsburg. We'll take a break with him as we have just over 2 minutes to play here in the first quarter. You're listening to Beaver Dam High School football here on WBEV and streaming live on DailyDodge.com.
Take $10,000 off MSRP on the all-new 2019 Ram Bighorn Crew Cab, or lease from $325 a month during Ram Power Days at Reed Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Beaver Dam. For you Jeep enthusiasts, brand new 4-wheel drive Renegade starting at $19,995. The all-new 4-wheel drive Compass Latitude $23,395, and for the extreme off-roaders, Cherokee Trailhawks from $30,000. Let our family take care of your family at Reed Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Beaver Dam and ReedChrysler.com.
Lease payment with $3,500 due at signing, 10,000 miles per year, excluding tax, title, license.
Hi, Jeff Nowicki from Hometown Glass and Improvement. Just as we're proud to bring you this game, we're proud to be able to make your next home improvement project a breeze. Enjoy the game.
Welcome back here to H.H. Turley's Athletic Field, as band not only blasting before the game, coming out loud and clear right in front of us here tonight.
And they moved them over a section tonight right underneath us.
I just wanted to make sure we could hear it as well up here, and we do, loud and clear, as a 3rd and 15 here for Reedsburg, coming out of their first use timeout with just over 2 minutes to play here in the first quarter. Pollock in motion to the right. Hahn dropping back, pressure coming, and he's brought down in the backfield. Good job there coming through. Cole Weber bringing the pressure on the left side of the line and bringing him down for an even bigger loss That'll be huge for the start of field of possession here for Beaver Dam.
I like Brett Pickers is doing the PA tonight for the game, and he's just called, it's 4th and a mile. I like it. That's good stuff.
Don't hear that one too often, but in this case, that is true, and then some. As Reedsburg will punt it away to the Golden Beavers. The snap is good, and the boot away is nearly blocked. It's skied high near the line of scrimmage. It'll take a Reedsburg bounce into Beaver Dam territory, nearly touched by Beaver Dam. But it'll be up.
Are they going to say Stobie didn't touch the ball on the block, and it's going to be running into the kicker? They got a flag down right where that happened. Oh, man.
One official threw it. They are discussing, as of right now, Beaver Dam's ball on their own 29-yard line.
I mean, obviously, we don't have a great view of that, but it's really hard to believe that Stobie didn't get a piece of that ball.
And especially with the angle of where that ball went.
Right.
Though Hahn
is.
And it'll be
personal foul roughing the kicker. First down, Reedsburg.
So a tough penalty. In our, you could see almost that the ball was deflected almost, but yeah, again, from our viewpoint here, we don't have the greatest. We can look and see, but
and where he was angled, he had a great view of it. So you've got to think he must not have gotten it. It did come off weird, and that could have certainly happened just based on the contact too. And boy, it just felt like it's hard to believe that he didn't get a piece of that. But the other thing too is you don't see the Beaver Dam coaching staff arguing the call either.
Running into the kicker is called against Beaver Dam, so 1st and 10 for Reedsburg. They're inside the Beaver Dam 40. In motion, Pollock, as the pitch goes to him off the right side. He gets a couple broken tackles and able to get some positive gain on there. Yeah, clock will continue to run a couple yards. It'll be 2nd and 8 on the Beaver Dam 35-yard line, as we're nearly a minute away from the end of the first quarter.
And that just adds to the drive. It's now it's an 18-play drive. And just when you thought you had it out, it just sort of feels like that's the way the season has gone so far for Beaver Dam. Just tough breaks at tough times.
Reedsburg used all 3 downs as much as possible as the handoff. Kept by Hahn. Good job there closing off the pitch there. That was Cole Weber who closed off the edge there on the right side of the line. And a good job bringing him down and securing the tackle there, as Hahn could have cut it upfield, but Weber finished off that play strong.
Yeah, and you feel like the Beaver Dam defense has a handle on this option attack now. They've done a much better job over the last 5, 6, 7 plays here to slow this Reedsburg offense down. And again, Reedsburg's not a team that's going to pick up 3rd long very often with the lack of time they throw the football.
3rd and 8 for Reedsburg. 1 to the right, 1 to the left. Hahn under center has Pollock in motion. As he brings it back, Hahn keeps it himself. It goes to Walls, who rushes right up the middle and carries the Beaver Dam defense with him for the first down. As Sticks will move forward, and it'll be just short of the 20. As Beaver Dam trying to substitute, able to do so. And a tough one there for Beaver Dam, as that'll be the end of the first quarter. And Beaver Dam, after going down the field, getting inside the 5 of Reedsburg takes the remaining amount of the time here in the first quarter.
Over 10 minutes. And
yet to score, as they're in contention just outside the Beaver Dam red zone. Be back as Reedsburg continues their drive down the field. You're listening to Beaver Dam High School football on WBEV and streaming live on DailyDodge.com.
For yard cleanup and lawn care, call Fitz's Lawn Care in Beaver Dam. Call Fitz's for mowing, rolling, aeration, thatching, fertilizing, weed control, shrub trimming, edging, lawn lawns. Fitz cleans rain gutters, sweeps parking lots, and does power washing too. Fitz also installs leaf-proof rain gutters. Call Fitz's Lawn Care in Beaver Dam. Ask Don about special discounts. There aren't any. Everybody gets a discount all the time. Fitz's Lawn Care, 877-885-4970.
Hi, this is Amanda with American Bank, inviting you to visit us and see what it means to bank the way you want to. Whether you have errands to run and want to bank from your car, use a drive-up ATM after hours, or visit with a lender or personal banker on a Sunday, American Bank is here to serve you. Don't need to visit the bank? No problem. American Bank offers great online banking, mobile app, and bill pay features. So what are you waiting for? Stop by American Bank and see how we can serve all of your financial needs. American Bank, member FDIC, and equal housing lender.
Hi, Jeff Nowicki from Hometown Glass and Improvement. Just as we're proud to bring you this game, we're proud to be able to make your next home improvement project a breeze. Enjoy the game.
Reedsburg right back with their rushing attack as Walls takes it up the middle for a short carry of 1 on 1st and 10. It'll be 2nd and 9 as I'm telling Lance alongside me, Tim Ladron. Bringing you Beaver Dam High School football here as Badger North Conference play underway between Reedsburg and Beaver Dam in the Beaver Bowl.
This is like the longest drive I think I've ever seen.
And it's not over yet as the pitch goes to Campbell, goes off left tackle, drives forward close to the first down, and will be brought down just short. Crossing into the red zone as Campbell be short of the 15-yard line, which he needs to get to, so it'll be about 3rd and 1 for Reedsburg.
This play is now 22 plays and approaching 12 minutes. Yikes.
As a defense, that is your worst enemy. Being on the field for that long of time is grueling to the body as 2 to the left. In motion as Pollock, the handoff, tries to go up the middle as a little bit of confusion and dragging the defense forward as Walls for a first down as Reedsburg continues to move the sticks. And guess what? They can still get another first down as they're just outside the 10-yard line at Beaver Dam's 13.
I wish I'd keep third down stats, but it's got to be probably 4 for 5 right now. They've gotten 1 off a 4th down on the penalty on the punt.
10.5 minutes to go here in the first half as we stand in the second quarter scoreless. 2 to the left, in motion is Campbell. The handoff goes right up the middle to Lee. Excuse me, as it's kept by Hahn. Hahn goes off to the left side, and he'll get a gain of 1 yard. So it'll be 3rd and 8 now, or 2nd and 8 here for Reedsburg.
I mentioned how important that fullback is in that option offense. Walls in this drive has 6 carries for 32 yards. Done a nice job of keeping the Beaver Dam defense honest and making them guard the inside run.
As Beaver Dam looks to stand strong here inside their own red zone. 2 to the right. In motion and retreating back to a spot on the right side of the line is Campbell. Goes forward as the handoff goes up the middle this time. Handoff given to Walls. Will move forward inside the Beaver Dam 10-yard line. See where he is marked down. It appears to be at the Beaver Dam 7. So it'll be about 3rd and 5 for Reedsburg.
The interesting piece of this, Tyler, is going to be not just the defensive side, but what kind of rhythm does Kendrick Jimenez have when he comes back into the game, or James Brown, after sitting on the bench for now it's over a quarter of time.
See Kendrick there again, a quick drink and trying to stay fresh there. As the handoff kept by Hahn. He drives forward, and we'll see where the spot is, but it appears it'll be just short of the first down, and Reedsburg able to boot one through the uprights last week, which gave them the win over Sauk Prairie. As a little bit of confusion as see a bit of a substitution coming through.
This looks like it's going to be a field goal attempt.
We'll see here. They're bringing in some bigger bodies as it's 4th and 2.
Well, they're going to go for it. You're right, Tyler.
4th and 2 for Reedsburg inside the 10-yard line of Beaver Dam. Bigger bodies brought in on stand still on the left side of the line. The handoff goes to Campbell. Campbell cuts inside the right tackle. Touchdown Reedsburg. And a extended period of drive, nearly 13 to 14 minutes there. We'll get you the drive recap here shortly as they move it downfield. Start out at their own 3-yard line. And they're able to punch it in here in the second quarter to get on the board first. 6-0 lead over Beaver Dam.
That's unbelievable. Wow.
that's just impressive running. Don't go away from the game plan. They keep it rolling, and they stay still and stay strong to it. Reedsburg out for the extra point. The hold by Hahn is good. The boot is up, and it is no good. Misses to the left. And a tough loss there for Reedsburg after a well-executed drive. But Beaver Dam set to return the kickoff here right after this break. You're listening to WBEV and streaming live on DailyDodge.com.
With every sip from your faucet, you count on your water to be safe for you and your family. But have you tested your own water source lately? Are you aware of any runoff that may be leaching into your water table or the condition of your water pipes? The risk of unsafe drinking water is avoidable. Mountain Fresh Beverages offers a controlled, dependable source of drinking water. Call Mountain Fresh Beverages at 920-887-7100 for water you and your family can rely on.
Hey, you gotta check out Mike's Instagram. Says he got a job at a hospital already. Wait, didn't he just graduate from high school?
It's real. He went to Moraine Park Technical College, graduated in 2 years, and now he's earning big money.
Earning big money with a degree from a technical college?
Yeah. He says not only do they have more than 100 career options, but his instructors work in the field, and were able to help him make connections when he graduated.
Visit MorainePark.edu/careers in no time to imagine what's next.
Stobie and Brown back to return for Beaver Dam after a long touchdown drive here. We'll get you that recap right after this boot as it's dropped right in front of Stobie, fields it, runs up towards the 20, 25, 30, and he's brought down just short. And it'll be marked at the Beaver Dam 35-yard line. A good return for the Golden Beavers.
Scoring drive for Reedsburg is a 27-play, 98-yard drive that goes 13 minutes and 36 seconds off the clock. 24 runs and 3 penalties. Casey Campbell, 5-yard touchdown run. The kick is no good. It's 6-0 Reedsburg.
My headset's working right. You said 13 minutes, right?
13:36.
13:36.
It's incredible.
Beaver Dam's offense, who's been on the field for just a measly minute 24, will take over here on their own 35. 2 to the right, 1 to the left. The handoff goes to Brown. He finds a seam in the defense just inside the right tackle. And a good carry there of 8 for James Brown. Be 2nd and 2 for Beaver Dam.
Yeah, and lost it all amongst that was how easily Beaver Dam moved the football their first time before the fumble by Brown. You got to think they have a little bit of confidence if they remember that far back.
Seems like an hour ago Beaver Dam was on the field, but Jimenez takes his drop back. Pass is tipped, caught by Boschert. Almost should have not caught it, as it's a loss of yardage there as he had to come back behind the line of scrimmage to make the catch. It'll be a loss of 2 for Beaver Dam, and it'll be 3rd and 4 now.
Yeah, it's one of those where you can't blame Boschert because he's a competitor and he wants to try to catch that thing and make a play, but certainly would have been better off to just let that thing hit the ground.
3rd and 4 for Beaver Dam's offense. They just try to stay on the field. 7:17 to go here in the second quarter. 2 to the right, 1 to the left, with Boschert out to Jimenez's left. Now Brown rotates from the right to the left hip. There's a handoff off tackle to Brown. Brown tries to cut it upfield, but his legs cut off from underneath him. It'll be a 4th and 4.
What a decision here, Tyler, because your defense was just on the field for 27 plays. You have a 4th and 3 inside your own 50, and it looks like they're going to punt it away here. It looks like that call was on, might have been Coach Brock Lindy who was making that call to punt it, because Coach Kinsey was over here on the side on the bench with the defense trying to go over that option look and trying to help them. So that call might have actually came to punt it from Coach Lindy, the offensive coordinator.
Yeah, it's a tough call, especially when your defense was just on the field for 13 and a half minutes.
Oh, man, that's a tough play. That's tough there.
As back to punt it away is Stobie. Is there to be a timeout here? We'll see. As it's a delay of game, excuse me. And so Beaver Dam after contemplating whether to punt it away or to keep it, cost them 5 yards, and that'll be another penalty against Beaver Dam.
Yeah, in hindsight, maybe a timeout would have been good there, but see if we can still get a good punt away and drop them deep here.
6:15 to go here in the second quarter. Clock is running. Reedsburg leads 6-0. And a punt by Stovey just goes past the original line of scrimmage. And we'll see where it's actually behind. It is a punt of 2 yards by Stovey. So offense in Reedsburg that moved the ball downfield, 95-plus yards, able to score the touchdown and take off 13.5 minutes. Could almost see them here just taking this ball into half and running the clock all the way down.
I was wondering if 6:08 was enough time for them to go 38 yards, 39 yards. It may or may not be.
As it's 1st and 10 for Reedsburg on Beaver Dam's 39-yard line. 2 to the right. Hahn under center. As in motion is Pollock. Pollock gets the sweep off right tackle. Tries to go to the near sideline. Breaks a tackle, and he's brought down. It'll be a gain of 4 on to Beaver Dam's 35-yard line.
Going back to that offensive drive for Beaver Dam, maybe that the fears that I had mentioned before about maybe not being in rhythm because they're not on the field for so long, it came through there. Had a nice opening run by Brown, but nothing else after that. And Reedsburg gets a 3-and-out.
As everything's been on the ground besides one pass from Jimenez here early on. Reedsburg in action as the handoff goes right up the middle. Walls barrels through the line, gets close to Beaver Dam's 30-yard line. It'll be just short. It'll be 3rd and 2 for Reedsburg as the clock continues to tick, and we're 5:15 to go here in the second quarter.
Reedsburg's certainly playing at the pace they want to play at. There's no question about that.
And with the way they've been able to control this game, Coach Pottinger not going to change a thing. One to the left, one to the right. Pollock in motion as a handoff goes right up the middle. Hahn appears to have to keep it himself. Looks to want to give it to Walls, but Walls was hit immediately. Hahn with a great awareness to be able to keep it and get the first down inside now the 30 of Beaver Dam.
And it looked like we had a nice hit on Walls there early behind the line of scrimmage, and he broke it and picked up a big run there for Reedsburg, and it's just deflating, just the 3rd and short, 3rd and short, 3rd and short, and they keep picking it up.
1st and 10 now for Reedsburg at Beaver Dam's 38-yard line. In motion is Campbell, as keeping the handoff is Hahn, faked it up to Walls up the middle, and it'll be a gain of 5 now for Reedsburg as we stand with 4:25 to go here in the second quarter. Reedsburg continues to force the issue with the run, and no hesitation and no struggle.
It's, you come in here and you're thinking Pollock and Campbell on those wings are the guys you got to worry about, but it's Walls and Hahn with the majority of the carries, and have done a nice job of being the counters to those guys and picking up some nice yardage.
2nd and 5 for Reedsburg. One to the right, one to the left. Hans and under center is Campbell in motion. The pitch goes to Campbell, who goes off left tackle, tries to cut up field, but the edge closed off quickly by the Golden Beavers defense. It'll be 3rd and 5 now for Reedsburg. And we talked about it. We wish we were keeping stats and numbers on the 3rd down conversions. 5 for 6 maybe on the day here so far.
Yeah, I'm going to guess actually, 5 or 6 I think is where you're at. I've got it for 6 first downs so far, so 5 or 6 probably where they're at. They picked the one up on the penalty on the punt on 4th down.
So 3rd and 5. Big defensive stop here. If they can get it, it's Beaver Dam drawn offside yet again. The right side of the defensive line just jumped enough there. I believe that was Shaneberger, who is now coming off towards the sideline. And a tough loss there for Beaver Dam. Had an opportunity to try to make a stop and keep Reedsburg from continuing to move the sticks, but unable to do so there.
Well, they apparently it is still short. It's going to be a 3rd and really short here. And Beaver Dam's going to have to make a great play. And this is obviously 4-down territory for Reedsburg after watching the extra point attempt.
3rd and short for Reedsburg. One to the right, one to the left. In motion is Campbell from right to left. The handoff is kept by Hahn. He has all the space on the left side, keeps it himself into the end zone. Touchdown, Reedsburg. Add on to the score yet again. They didn't want to take 13 minutes off the clock this time, but we're under 3 minutes, and Reedsburg leads 12-0, pending conversion of the extra point.
By Hahn again doing a nice job. He fakes the handoff to the fullback Walls and takes to the outside. Cuts it upfield. Does not pitch it. Cuts it back upfield up the middle, and lots of room for the touchdown.
So, extra point is underway here. Hahn will be the man to hold. The hold good. The boot is up. And it is through. Reedsburg just gets it through the uprights and extend their lead now 13-0 over Beaver Dam with just over 2.5 minutes to play. You're listening to Beaver Dam High School football here in the second quarter on 1430 WBEV and streaming live on DailyDodge.com.
Take $10,000 off MSRP on the all-new 2019 Ram Bighorn Crew Cab or lease from $325 a month during Ram Power Days at Reed Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Beaver Dam. For you Jeep enthusiasts, brand new four-wheel drive Renegade starting at $19,995. The all-new four-wheel drive Compass Latitude $23,395, and for the extreme off-roaders, Cherokee Trailhawks from $30,000. Let our family take care of your family at Reed Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Beaver Dam and ReedChrysler.com.
Lease payment with $3,500 due at signing, 10,000 miles per year, excluding tax, title, license.
It's a great time to head over to Walker's Family Restaurant for some hard-to-beat specials. Walker's offers a soup and sandwich special that changes daily. Delicious garden-fresh salads, wraps, supreme melts, appetizers, and light entrees. Walker's also has delicious breakfast and homemade pies and pastries, perfect for any gathering. Delicious food for fantastic prices at Walker's Family Restaurant, a family tradition located at Highway 151 and Park Avenue on Beaver Dam's east side.
To return here for Beaver Dam as it's booted away and be caught at the 20-yard line, crossing up towards the 30. Breaks a couple tackles as Stobie, and he's met and stood up at the 35, falls forward for another yard. Beaver Dam will start at their own 36 after a shockingly quick scoring drive by Reedsburg.
Yeah, well, considering the last one, Reedsburg's scoring drive goes 7 plays, 39 yards. 3:21 off the clock. Hayden Hahn with an 18-yard touchdown run. Kick is good, barely. 13-0 Reedsburg.
Beaver Dam takes over here and tries to get on the board here going into half. They did take the initial kickoff and receive. So 2:42, they're looking to get their first points on the board. To the right as the handoff goes to Brown. He goes right up the middle. Push not there by the line, but Matt able to get a gain of 2 there. It'll be 2nd and 8 for Beaver Dam.
Brown obviously getting the load of the carries tonight with Lysis out. He's got 8 of the 9 carries. The only other carry by Stobie, which was a 20-yard run on the second play of the game.
2 to the right, 1 to the left. Stobie and Brown in the backfield. Jimenez keeps it himself. Goes option off to the right. Throws upfield as he moves forward. The pile pushes him back, but forward progress will mark him just by the first down marker, and the near judge signaling to move the sticks. So it'll be a first down for Beaver Dam. Their first here since early on in the first quarter.
Well, maybe a run like that will get Jet going a little bit and help him get a little bit of rhythm. You get sometimes, you're off the field that long. Maybe it just takes getting a hit to get yourself going a little.
1st and 10 for Beaver Dam on their own 46-yard line. 3 to the left. Handoff goes to Brown right up the middle. And he's met at the line of scrimmage, and see if there's a gain. It'll be a gain of 1, so 2nd and 9 for the Golden Beavers.
I feel like they're setting something up for Stobie here. Maybe a fake and then a little, outside run with Stobie.
Beaver Dam, who's passed the ball quite a bit, haven't seen all that much here.
Yeah, one attempt
tonight here by Kendrick.
Yeah, one attempt.
1 to the right. 1, 2 to the left. The handoff goes to Brown up the middle. He's met, and a slew of Reedsburg defenders come in to finish off the tackle, but Reedsburg able to get a couple yards. Golden Beavers able to get a couple of yards there as a timeout called by Coach Kinsey. We'll keep it here. This has been a pretty fast-paced game.
Flying.
As just under a minute and a half, minute 13 to go here in the second quarter as we approach halftime, and the clock's run so quickly. You're not seeing this wrong.
Yeah, right.
There are 24 minutes here in the first half.
Yeah.
There has been some breaks, at least here in this contest.
Yeah, this is sort of a deflating game, for Beaver Dam. Is the offense has been so good for Reedsburg. It's just 3 and out, 3 and out, 3 and out, and it's just been what it does is it just morally deflates you, and it's hard to get anything going from a rhythm standpoint on the offensive side. I think that's why they ran the ball as much as they have, is to just try to keep the ball a little bit.
Farmers Implement scoreboard has Reedsburg leading 13-0 as Jimenez looks to pass over the hands of Boschert.
I think he's going for it here.
A little over the head. Boschert late to get his hands up and spot the ball, so it'll be 4th and long now here for Beaver Dam.
I think I would be aware of a punt here. Or of a fake punt. I think this is a good opportunity here for Stobie, and Coach Kinsey's going to call a timeout.
So a timeout here for Beaver Dam. 1:09 remaining here in the first half. And coming through here, Coach Kinsey using a timeout. So 13-0. He'll ball whether to go for it or kick it away. And we'll be right back with the decision after this. You're listening to Beaver Dam High School football here on WBEV and streaming live on DailyDodge.com.
Without your teeth, you couldn't eat, smile confidently, or talk clearly. Hi, this is Dr. Adam Forster. At Columbus Family Dental, we promise to provide you with exceptional care as we enhance the natural beauty of your smile. Our entire team wants to invite you to a stress-free dental experience. Whether your dental needs are a complete exam and x-rays, a full mouth restoration, or anything in between, call us today at 623-5559 to set up your free consultation, or visit us on the web at columbusfamilydental.com.
Beaver Dam High School football here tonight brought to you by Surefire, Richards Insurance, American Bank, Landmark Credit Union, Walker's Restaurant, Bayside, Hometown Pharmacy, and Columbus Family Dental. The punt's away here by Stobie. A much better one this time. It's booted away, caught inside the 20 by Reedsburg, brought up and breaking a tackle now up to 25, 25-30. And Campbell is brought down short of the 30. And it'll be 1st and 10 for Reedsburg at the 28-yard line. The Reedsburg Beavers will take over. So a timeout there by Coach Kinsey. Still decides to go with the punt there, and
I don't think he had enough guys on the field. I think must have been the issue there. I think they might have been missing a guy, and they had to burn one there. Otherwise, I don't think he would. Otherwise,
2 timeouts remaining here for Reedsburg as stand with 55 seconds to play here in this first half. And we'll see if Reedsburg actually goes to the air with such short time left. Otherwise, they have confidence in this running game. The handoff, Hahn keeps it himself, goes off left tackle, cuts up, gets almost enough for the first down, and it'll be short by a yard, 9-yard carry there by Hahn. Clock continues to run with 42 seconds to play.
Well, remember, they're going to get the ball to start the second half. So with a 13-point lead and Beaver Dam unable to get a stop, I think they're pretty content here to run the clock out. And if you break one, you break one. And if not, you're up 13-0 and you get the ball at the half.
Coach Pottinger has to be excited about the way his defense has played, and most importantly, the offense. In motion as Hahn pitches it to Pollock and met in the backfield immediately. A good job there containing on the far side by the Golden Beavers defense. Trying to get a number there. It was a beautiful tackle there by the Golden Beavers. That was Dominic Bennett coming up to make the play. And that'll do it for the first half, and deservingly so. Reedsburg, with your Farmers Implement scoreboard, leads 13-0 going into halftime. And Reedsburg controlling this game the whole way. Be back with more thoughts just in a little bit, as you're listening to Beaver Dam High School football here on WBEV and streaming live on DailyDodge.com.
Hi, this is Amanda with American Bank, inviting you to visit us and see what it means to bank the way you want to. Whether you have errands to run and want to bank from your car, use a drive-up ATM after hours, or visit with a lender or personal banker on a Sunday, American Bank is here to serve you. Don't need to visit the bank? No problem. American Bank offers great online banking, mobile app, and bill pay features. So what are you waiting for? Stop by American Bank and see how we can serve all of your financial needs. American Bank, member FDIC, and equal housing lender.
I'm Tammy. I get to Jimmy John's early every day.
Freak-a-doodle-doo.
To bake bread fresh.
Freak-a-doodle-doo.
And we keep on baking throughout the day, so it's always fresh for our customers. That's all.
Toodaloo, freak-a-doo. Freaky fresh, freaky fast, Jimmy John's, freak yeah.
I'm Devin. I deliver sandwiches for Jimmy John's.
Freak Town, population Devin.
We'll deliver one sandwich,
minimum freak,
or hundreds of sandwiches.
Infinity freak.
However many you want.
You're mayor of Freak Town, Devin. Freaky fresh, freaky fast, Jimmy John's, freak yeah.
Take $10,000 off MSRP on the all-new 2019 Ram Bighorn Crew Cab or lease from $325 a month during Ram Power Days at Reed Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Beaver Dam. For you Jeep enthusiasts, brand new four-wheel drive Renegade starting at $19,995. The all-new four-wheel drive Compass Latitude $23,395, and for the extreme off-roaders, Cherokee Trailhawks from $30,000. Let our family take care of your family at Reed Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Beaver Dam and ReedChrysler.com.
Lease payment with $3,500 due at signing, 10,000 miles per year, excluding tax, title, license.
Summertime. Weather gets warmer, nights get longer, and farming gets better with the Case IH Summer Sales Event. It's now a great time to stop by Farmers Implement in Allenton and Columbus to get the equipment you need this season at a special rate. Find new Farmall, Maxim, and Puma Series tractors, along with our complete line of Case IH hay tools, all designed with the power, efficiency, and versatility to handle any job. Choose a Case IH mower, mower conditioner, baler, or loader, and knock out all your chores with loader attachments such as buckets, blades, grapples, and more. Hurry, get in on this deal before summer fades away. Find new Farmall, Maxim, and Puma Series tractors, as well as our complete line of hay tools with special 0% financing offers. Stop by Farmers Implement in Allenton and Columbus to take advantage of this deal before another sun-filled season fades away.
So, who are you?
I'm the Winter Monster.
You don't look or sound like a monster.
That's 'cause it's nice right now, and you're not thinking of me much. But wait a while, I get bigger and bigger and more monster-like, believe you me. Brrr!
Yeah, so why are you here?
I'm here to remind you that now is the time to call Surefire and get your furnace tuned up for winter. It won't be long before I'm big, ugly, and mean, and you'll want to be ready.
Hi, this is Tom Schwartz from Surefire, and there's still time to take advantage of dealer and Focus on Energy rebates up to $1,975, or 60 months no-interest financing on select Lennox home comfort systems. Hurry, this offer ends soon. Upgrade to a Lennox now.
Brrr!
That ain't much of a burr.
Wait till November, Charlie.
Be sure.
The Bayside Supper Club is your wedding and banquet headquarters and can accommodate parties from 10 to 500. Every Friday, enjoy Bayside's famous chicken and seafood buffet with all of the trimmings featuring perch, beer-battered cod, baked Alaskan whitefish, jumbo fantail shrimp, roasted chicken, crab Alfredo, and more, served 4 to 9 p.m. for just $12.99. Their Sunday brunch is served every Sunday from 10:30 a.m. to 2 p.m. The Bayside Supper Club, Highway G in Beaver Dam.
Welcome back here to H.H. Shirley's Athletic Field. I'm Tyler Lance, alongside me Tim Ladron. Halftime tonight here brought to you by Horicon Bank, and the Reed Chrysler drive of the half. I think Reedsburg controlling the ball throughout the first quarter and into the second, and finishing it off with a exclamation point there for the touchdown.
It's the longest drive I have ever seen.
How long have you been doing this?
Well, I mean, think about it. I think it's like my, I don't know, 10th year I think I've done this. But I mean, even that, think about when you're watching football at home. You're watching college, you're watching the pros, you're watching whatever you're watching. Tell me if you've ever heard of a 27-play, 98-yard drive that lasts 13:36. There's no way.
No.
That's unbelievable. I mean, it's crazy.
That's something you don't hear of, and Reedsburg took it over within a matter of minute 24 in the first quarter. Didn't surrender the ball back over to Beaver Dam until just over 8.5 minutes to go in the second quarter. And this rushing attack for Reedsburg has been the story of this first half.
Yeah.
As we stand 13-0, Reedsburg leads over Beaver Dam here on your Farmers Implement scoreboard. And a total of 2 passes in the first half. It really puts into perspective and how heavy this game was dependent so far on the ground.
Yeah, you wonder why the half's over in 45 minutes. Well, it's there has been, like you said, 2 passes. The Reedsburg has 130 yards all on the ground. They are led by Hayden Hahn, their quarterback, 12 carries for 50 yards. Jason Walls, 8 carries, 40 yards. Derek Pollock has 7 for 7. Casey Campbell, 5 for 33. Again, Hayden Hahn hasn't put the ball in the air at all. It's all 130 yards coming on the ground. That is 32 total plays for Reedsburg on the ground. Nothing through the air. For Beaver Dam, Kendrick Jimenez is 1 of 2 through the air for -3. That one went to Broden Boschert. Other than that, on the ground, James Brown, 10 carries, 46 yards. Jet has 1 for 7, and Stobie 1 for 20, 59 yards on the ground for 56 total yardage, 130 to 56 in favor of Reedsburg. But it was 36 plays, I think you said, or 32 plays for Reedsburg, and it's 14 for Beaver Dam, and the time of possession is just amazing.
That's something that, Coach Kinsey, you don't have to tell him, hey, what look to his coaches and say what went wrong in this first half. You look at that number alone, and that's something that the defense just has to work itself off the field. Well, you got to give your offense a chance.
As I'm looking at the numbers, it's interesting because if you looked at it and said, okay, they've got 32 runs on the ground. They had the one 18-yard run. They have one other double-digit run of 12. Everything else is 4, 6, 4, 5, 4, 6, but it's consistently 4, 5, 6. Yep. And so they're able to get out, they're able to get first downs, and a lot of it's been on 3rd and short. But it's that option is reading your keys really well and being aggressive and being aggressive when you read your key and go. And it's just, it's demoralizing. It really is. They sit up here tonight, and last week, as bad as Beaver Dam was getting pounded last week, it felt like they were still in the football game because they were able to move the football and they had some time of possession. But Reedsburg is just, that running game has just buried us tonight, and it's been slow and methodical. There's been really, outside of the 18-yard run by Honda for the touchdown, there's been no big gains. It's just, we're going to jam it down your throat, and you're going to stop it, and we haven't stopped it yet.
Reedsburg has definitely been consistent here so far in this first half, and they'll come back and they'll run it again once they get the kickoff here, and that's fully expected. You don't expect Coach Pottinger to go away from this game plan as you look at the Farmers Implement scoreboard, 13-0.
Right.
It's Beaver Dam had one quick series that they threatened anything in this game here early on, and since then, because you took Jet out of his rhythm and this offense out of that rhythm that they were able to develop early on in that first series, there hasn't been anything for this Beaver Dam offense, so that's going to be the point of emphasis. You look out, in any sort of game here, you look out, defense to start out second half, get that big stop, make that exclamation point, and go forth and be able to get that offense going. That's ever so more important here tonight in this going into the second half.
Yeah, and as you look back in the first half, that first drive, as Beaver Dam was marching down the field, big runs by Brown, a big run by Stobie, you go, holy cow, we look good. and Reedsburg has stopped, has been a very good defense throughout the year. And so then you wonder what, and really it was a goofy play, what could have changed on that roughing the punter penalty, because Stobie was so close to that block that ends up, that if he gets even a piece of that thing, what the momentum does and changes the whole complex of the ball game, it just seems like it's bad break after bad break for Beaver Dam. Reedsburg turns around and turns that into that really long scoring drive, and there you have a Beaver Dam in a really tough spot.
That'll be definitely the play that'll be looked at going forth here after this game and into the second half. And we'll take a quick break and we'll come back with more on our second half thoughts and what needs to be done here by this Beaver Dam offense and continues to need to be done here by Reedsburg. You're listening to Beaver Dam High School football here, halftime, brought to you by Horicon Bank on 1430 WBEV and streaming live on DailyDodge.com.
Get more out of your home so you can put more into your home. Landmark Credit Union is offering a home equity line of credit starting at only 1.9% APR for 12 months. Regular rate 4.50% APR. To learn more, visit landmarkcu.com. Call 262-796-4500 or stop in one of our 31 branch locations, including Beaver Dam, Fall River, Juneau, and Mayville for details about credit costs and terms. Landmark Credit Union. You're worth more here. Equal housing opportunity.
Look around. This book, this meal, this lamb, this world is made of dreams. So when people say American Family Insurance protects things, we shake our head no. Because we protect this, and everyone's dream is worth protecting. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly. American Family Insurance.
For details, contact Kevin Carnine, agent at Kevin Carnine Agency, LLC. Call 887-9700 or stop by 718 Park Avenue in Beaver Dam.
American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
With every sip from your faucet, you count on your water to be safe for you and your family. But have you tested your own water source lately? Are you aware of any runoff that may be leaching into your water table or the condition of your water pipes? The risk of unsafe drinking water is avoidable. Mountain Fresh Beverages offers a controlled, dependable source of drinking water. Call Mountain Fresh Beverages at 920-887-7100 for water you and your family can rely on.
Summertime. Weather gets warmer, nights get longer, and farming gets better with the Case IH Summer Sales Event. It's now a great time to stop by Farmers Implement in Allenton and Columbus to get the equipment you need this season at a special rate. Find new Farmall, Maxim, and Puma Series tractors, along with our complete line of Case IH hay tools, all designed with the power, efficiency, and versatility to handle any job. Choose a Case IH mower, mower conditioner, baler, or loader, and knock out all your chores with loader attachments such as bucket, blades, grapples, and more. Hurry, get in on this deal before summer fades away. Find new Farmall, Maxim, and Puma Series tractors, as well as our complete line of hay tools with special 0% financing offers. Stop by Farmers Implement in Allenton and Columbus to take advantage of this deal before another sun-filled season fades away.
Can't make it to a Horicon Bank ATM this summer? No problem. Receive ATM rebates when you meet simple monthly qualifiers with V-Flight Checking. Also, earn premium interest while taking advantage of free debit card, direct deposit, automatic payments, internet banking, and e-statements. Reimbursements up to $25 each month. No reimbursements any month if qualifiers are not met. See a Horicon banker for more details. Horicon Bank, the natural choice. Member FDIC.
Hi, Jeff Nowicki from Hometown Glass and Improvement. Just as we're proud to bring you this game, we're proud to be able to make your next home improvement project a breeze. Enjoy the game.
Reedsburg comes back out onto the field after their dominant first half and a little bit of a race there. You got to love that as these guys are fired up and enjoying this game here. As the other side, we'll see what kind of energy Beaver Dam comes out with here in the second half. But as Beaver Dam High School football here tonight, brought to you by Surefire, Richards Insurance, American Bank, Landmark Credit Union, Walker's Restaurant, Bayside Supper Club, Hometown Pharmacy, and Columbus Family Dental. Really, for Beaver Dam, I think we've hinted at this whole halftime show here, brought to you by Horicon Bank, but get that defensive stop. Try to prevent those line of scrimmage penalties that have cost them or running and the kicker penalty. There's just been little things here and there that have set this defense back where they were right at that point where get it off the field, give that offense and Kendrick Jimenez, who's been pretty successful on this season when he's gotten the opportunity to.
You always talk about halftime adjustments and how teams come out in the second half and just about every sport, right? So, but can you imagine maybe a bigger possession coming out of a halftime than this one coming up for Reedsburg?
Mm-hmm.
Because if Reedsburg walks this thing down the field for 8-9 minutes again, this thing's over. But if Beaver Dam can get a stop early here, maybe a 3-and-out, or maybe give up one first down and get out, they're still in the football game. As bad as this looks, it's 13-0, and Beaver Dam has proven in the past that they can move the football whenever they want to. But it's just a matter of getting some rhythm going. They just haven't had the football at all.
And we haven't even talked about the bigger picture with this game going forward here, is that if they lose this game, Beaver Dam's playoff pictures, well, pretty much.
Well, I mean, yeah, you're right. I mean, it's fairly bleak already, right? Because you have
the chance of
you have to beat, you have to win out. You have to beat either either DeForest or Wanakee, and then beat Portage and beat Sauk, which are 2 winnable games.
Mm-hmm.
They got to pull one upset. But you're right. I mean, in essence, you're right. Because then they've got to win out.
And that's that. You're not beating both DeForest and Wanakee.
And on the Reedsburg side of it, this is a big game as well. If they get this one, they got Mount Horeb and Wanakee coming up, but then at Portage, winnable game, and then the big rivalry game, Reedsburg and Baraboo, and that could be for who gets in out of the Badger North if the way things stand continue the way it is right now.
And the way we saw Baraboo run the ball, as they're facing off tonight against DeForest, so that's a pretty tough matchup for them around the conference as well.
I'm curious to see that
Sauk,
one, Tyler.
And Mount Horeb and Reedsburg. We'll try to get you updates on that as we're searching the internet to see what is going on.
I'm curious to see that Baraboo DeForest game because I mean, the way Baraboo runs football, how big they are, I think they can hang there. But also, if not, and if DeForest blows them out, it tells you just how good DeForest is too.
As Beaver Dam's offense is about set here in the circle and finishing up their stretch here as we got about a minute left here before halftime will be underway as Reedsburg will boot it away, though Beaver Dam will be working right to left here as looking at this game. It's 13-0 here on your Farmers Implement scoreboard here. Wrapping up halftime here, brought to you by Horicon Bank, and Beaver Dam looking to, as Reedsburg will return here coming up, and
they got one Badger North score. Start of the second quarter, Wanakee 28, Portage nothing.
How long ago was that start of the second quarter?
28 minutes ago.
20 minutes ago. Okay. I think the first quarter or the first half was ending at about that point here.
Right.
We're on pace. We're trying to make up for the rest of the Badger North Conference. Last week, when there's 8 minutes left in the fourth, all the other Badger North games were done with.
Yeah. And we were in running clock, and it still wasn't. It was a long game last week. But, again, going back to last week, it still felt like, after we got the running clock, it was over. But, you still felt like Beaver Dam was in the hunt. You get a stop, you can throw her. But this is probably, you mentioned it, Tyler, if you're going to talk about playoffs and try to, you're right. You do have a better chance to pull one of those, if you can maybe knock off the force or whatever it is. But there absolutely has to be a stop here. You have to stop somebody.
As Beaver Dam will boot it away, Reedsburg will be working on offense right to left. And we will see what Reedsburg has made in any sort of adjustments or enforcements here moving forward and coming out of halftime. Miguel Lemus set to boot it away. Able to do so, and it's a short one. It's caught running up forward 25-30 and crossing up towards the 40.
no.
Campbell has all the space in front of the world in front of him. End zone in sight. 20, 10, 5. Touchdown, Reedsburg. Don't need the offense to do anything. They take advantage of a running return.
I'm going to say
by Campbell.
Calling that 76 yards on the kickoff return.
And we talked about what needs to happen coming out into halftime, what you need to do as a defense. You had to start with the special teams there to try to get some sort of good starting field position for Reedsburg. We're setting them back in their own territory, but unable to do so.
Yeah, their kick coverage have been really good this year, too, and that's just a boy. We're talking about how important that drive was coming out and just deflating a kick return.
So Campbell, who's done it all on the offensive side, is the boot away by Reedsburg off of the left post. And the kick is no good by Reedsburg. But nonetheless, it's 19-0. Reedsburg leads over Beaver Dam. 11:49 to go here in the third quarter. It took them 11 seconds. Back right after this. You're listening to Beaver Dam High School Football here on WBV and streaming live on DailyDodge.com.
The prices are falling at Lidke Motors during our Lincoln Certified Sales Event. All of our Lincoln Certified vehicles are on sale with financing as low as 1.9% for up to 48 months. Every Lincoln Certified vehicle comes with a 200-point inspection by Lidke Motors Certified Technicians, a 6-year or 100,000-mile comprehensive warranty, and a 24-month maintenance package. And all are backed by the Lincoln Motor Company. We have a great selection of Lincoln MKCs, MKXs, and MKZs, and finance rates as low as 1.9% for up to 48 months at Lidke Motors. Remember, if it's not certified, it's just used.
Hey, you gotta check out Mike's Instagram. Says he got a job at a hospital already. Wait, didn't he just graduate from high school?
It's real. He went to Moraine Park Technical College, graduated in 2 years, and now he's earning big money.
Earning big money with a degree from a technical college?
Yeah. He says not only do they have more than 100 career options, but his instructors work in the field, and were able to help him make connections when he graduated.
Visit MorainePark.edu/careers in no time to imagine what's next.
Reedsburg to boot it away. Back to return as it'll bounce towards the end zone. We'll see if it does, and it just barely does as Brown played a little game of risk there. And it luckily went into the end zone, so Beaver Dam will get a touchback here on the opening kickoff. There's a quick score there by Reedsburg to start the second half.
Risky, but the Beaver Dam gets away with it. Scoring drive for Reedsburg. It's a 76-yard kick return for a touchdown for Casey Campbell. The kick is no good. Deflator for Beaver Dam. If they weren't deflated enough already, it's 19-0 Reedsburg.
A beautiful night here for football. Only issue, mosquitoes. Out on the prowl here tonight. As Beaver Dam trails here 19-0 on the Farmers Implement scoreboard. Taking over with 11:49 to go here in the second quarter. Jet keeps it himself, goes off left side. Their flag is thrown. 3 flags are thrown as it'll be coming back most likely. Jet on the carry gets enough for the first down, but that's in the area of holding on the Beaver Dam offense.
The one was really late. There might be 2 penalties here. I think they're probably both against Beaver Dam, but
both are. It was the far judge that threw it, so maybe he was late to seeing it. Just wanted to get the flag out there just in case if anyone missed it.
Hear that or he's bored. Fire it out and throw it out there.
It appears to be a holding against Beaver Dam's offense. The only flag there. So that'll move them back, negate any sort of positive gain there by Jet. We'll see where the flag is enforced from, though. They dropped one of the flags back at the line of scrimmage, so this could be moving back all the way from 1st and 10, moving the sticks forward to 1st and 20 for Beaver Dam.
Yeah, it all depends on, I guess, where it certainly looks like it's from the line of scrimmage or behind it, so it's going to be, you're right, 1st and 20.
So, again, another tough loss for Beaver Dam on that penalty. Able to avoid those for the most part this season, but when they've come at the worst possible situations.
It's that whole snowball effect going on right now, and somebody's got to stop it.
One to the left, two to the right. Two backs in the backfield as Jimenez play action. Pass over to Stobie across the middle, gets back up to the original line of scrimmage, and then he'll gain another yard or so. A nice pass up the middle for 11 for Jet to Stobie.
That's a good start, and and that's something that can get momentum going. A quick little pass over the middle, it's something they'd be able to hit all year.
As Jimenez rolls out to his right, looks downfield for a pass, tries to pass over to Bird, who looks like he tried to stop early in the zone where he was wide open. Fletcher was going up the seam just inside of him, but nonetheless, it'll be 3rd and 9 now for Beaver Dam.
Yeah, it was tough to tell if he was going for Bird on that long one or if he was going for Fletcher, because it's kind of in between both of them. And you're right, Bird is open down the seam here on the sideline.
Bird and Fletcher out to the right. Boschert and company out to the left. Fakes the handoff to Brown as the pass is thrown forward. No initial signal, but it is an incomplete pass. He was looking on the right side to Fletcher and Bird, but it'll be incomplete, and Beaver Dam gives the ball right back to Reedsburg, and they'll punt it away with 11 minutes to go. That only took 49 seconds off the clock.
Heavy pressure from Jets right off that left end from Reedsburg, and hits Jet in the arm, and no chance to complete the pass there.
Stobie back to punt it away as the second one was good, the first not so good, and the punt here now replicates more of the first, where it'll be maybe 20 yards on the boot, as it'll be field position starting out for Reedsburg on Beaver Dam's 35-yard line.
Remember that whole snowball thing I said, Tyler?
It's a giant snowball.
It's rolling down a giant mountain right now. Something's got to step in front of it, because there isn't a single thing going right for Beaver Dam right now.
If you're looking for a base for Frosty, just to keep on going on that, it's a good base right now. One to the right, one to the left. Hahn looks over to the sideline for Reedsburg as they lead 19-0 on your Farmers Implement scoreboard. Taking over the ball with 10:54 remaining. Hahn pitches it out to Pollock, who tries to go off right tackle, breaks the tackle, gets some positive yards, and drags the defenders forward. A good job there by Pollock, able to get some sort of positive, as it looks like he was going to be brought down for a loss.
Yeah, he got hit initially about 3 yards behind the line of scrimmage. He picks up a solid 3, and that's tough. You get 6 yards off after the first contact.
A second and manageable for Reedsburg. One to the right, one to the left. In motion is Campbell. The handoff goes right up the middle. Walls has all the space, gets enough for the first and then some. Crosses Beaver Dam's 25-yard line. It'll be marked down at the Beaver Dam 23. Good carry there right up the middle by the fullback.
And again, that's, you're so worried about Pollock and Campbell on that perimeter, and there's Walls again, and he's had a big night now. 9 carries for 50 yards.
10 minutes remaining here in the third. Pollock in motion from left to right. The handoff goes up the middle again this time. Beaver Dam defense able to get a hit on him, but not able to slow him down enough. It'll be a gain of 5 there, right up the middle for Reedsburg, and the clock continues to run for this Reedsburg offense.
If you've ever needed a turnover in your life here, this is where it is. And unfortunately, Reedsburg's not going to throw the ball the rest of the game. They've got to force a fumble somehow.
Reedsburg was able to force a fumble on James Brown on Beaver Dam's first series as the handoff kept by Hahn. He keeps it himself, runs up, crosses the first down marker. And it'll move the sticks for Reedsburg. And that was the key and that's been the change of momentum. It was Brown's fumble inside the 5-yard line, and Reedsburg just taking it over, and they haven't let up since.
Yeah, I think those two plays, the fumble and the penalty, on the roughing the punter is that's the two plays, and again, Sobeys. I feel like that roughing the punter on Sobeys just a bad luck because it looked like he had it. He just missed the ball apparently.
8:50 to go here in the first. Handoff goes right up the middle to the fullback Walls, and Walls is still able to get some positive yardage as he just dives forward for a gain of 3. It'll be 2nd and 7 for Reedsburg. In this offense where it's been a combination of Walls, Campbell, as well as Pollock, and then you throw in Hahn. You can't figure out which one to stop. You just got to hope the defense has their responsibility and is able to contain to an extent.
It's just odd that you know they're going to run it, and we cannot stop the run, and it's methodical. It's just
2 to the left and a flag thrown. We'll see. Excuse me, that's a timeout. It looks like the back judge was signaling it was close to a delay of game, but a good job there by Coach Pottinger, able to call a timeout. So with 8:10 remaining, we'll take a quick timeout with them here as well. Back in 30 seconds, you're listening to Beaver Dam High School football here on WBEV and streaming live on DailyDodge.com.
It's a great time to head over to Walker's Family Restaurant for some hard-to-beat specials. Walker's offers a soup and sandwich special that changes daily. Delicious garden-fresh salads, wraps, supreme melts, appetizers, and light entrees. Walker's also has delicious breakfast and homemade pies and pastries, perfect for any gathering. Delicious food for fantastic prices at Walker's Family Restaurant, a family tradition located at Highway 151 and Park Avenue on Beaver Dam's east side.
Welcome back here to H.S. Sterling's Athletic Field. I'm Tyler Lance, alongside me, Tim Landrin. Reedsburg leads 19-0 on your Farmers Implement scoreboard, and threatening to score again here is now 2nd and 8 for the Reedsburg Beavers. The handoff goes off to Pollock. Pollock has open space, end zone in sight, touchdown Reedsburg. Will extend their lead now 25-0. And a beautiful design there out of timeout there by Coach Pottinger. It was a little bit of an inside handoff to Pollock and untouched into the end zone.
Yeah. Wow. Hey, that's I mean, I don't know. I mean, you get a loss for words, Tyler. You just do. I mean, it's tough to evaluate what's going on out there because it's snowballed so bad, and just nothing can go right for Beaver Dam.
It's really been back-to-back frustrating weeks here as the offense will come back out on the field. Not much luck here with the special teams unit as they'll just try to get 2 on the board. Handoff this time. Hahn keeps it and tries to go off the right tackle, but brought down immediately in the backfield, so a failed 2-point conversion. And the score stands 25-0. Reedsburg leads the Beaver Bowl as Beaver Dam still scoreless here in the third quarter with 8:04 to go. We'll take a quick 30-second break. Be back with the kickoff. You're listening to Beaver Dam High School football here on WBEV and streaming live on DailyDodge.com.
At American Family Insurance, we believe that with the right support, any dream is possible. For auto, home, business, or life, contact us today.
For details, contact Kevin Carnine, agent at Kevin Carnine Agency, LLC. Call 887-9700 or stop by 718 Park Avenue in Beaver Dam.
American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI. American Family Insurance Company. American Family Life Insurance Company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin, 53783.
Return for Beaver Dam. I'm Tyler Lance, alongside me, Tim Landrin, and your drive recap here as Reedsburg gets another touchdown on the board.
6 plays, 35 yards, 250 at the clock. Derek Pollock with a 12-yard touchdown run. 2-point run is no good. 25-0 Reedsburg. Some other scores in the Badger North at halftime. 57-6. Wanakee over Portage.
They gave up a touchdown?
Must have. Maybe it's defensive. And I think the surprise, though, is Baraboo 14, Mount Horeb 7 at the half.
That's going to be one we'll keep a close eye on here as Stobie takes the return and fields it on the bounce at the 25, gets up just past Beaver Dam's 30-yard line, and they'll start on their own 31. Baraboo Mount Horeb, they put themselves up there then with DeForest, and who could contend for second in the Badger North Conference?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. That puts them right in the hunt. And not only that, it's sort of, without saying, sort of locks up a playoff spot if they get that one. And really it puts Mount Horeb in the spot of that 4th spot with a loss there.
As that'll be crucial here down the stretch as we get near the end of Badger North play. Is 1 to the left, 2 to the right for Beaver Dam's offense. Brown the lone back. Shotgun formation for Jimenez. Fletcher in tight on the right side of the line. As he looks over to the left, pass to Boschert, nearly intercepted. There's a good coverage there on the far side. Boschert almost had to come back to that ball to try to get a hand on it, but cut his route in a short curl and unable to make the catch.
Going back to that Mount Horeb Baraboo game, outside of the reputations of the two schools and their programs, we've played both teams, and I think both of us came away more impressed with Baraboo than we did where we were with Mount Horeb. So really not overly surprising outside of what those programs have done in the past.
We'll talk a little bit more about that as the handoff goes and kept by Jet. The pitch over to Stobie, breaks the tackle, just gets some positive yards. It'll be a gain of 2, and that was 2nd and 10. It'll be now 3rd and 8 for Beaver Dam. Clock continues to tick, about 7:40 here to play here in the 3rd quarter, and Baraboo, they got it all. They got the running game, they got the tight end to be able to get that offense going.
Yeah, they're a very solid team. Like you said, and they're big and strong, and they can run the football, especially in their head.
And a penalty here as there's a false start on Beaver Dam. 3rd and 7 turns now into 4th and 12 against this Reedsburg defense. A little bit of a boo-bird. I don't think that's required here in this game. It's been frustrating.
You certainly understand the frustration, but the kids are frustrated too. They're having a hard time getting out of this funk.
As 3rd and long, Jimenez looks down the sideline for Stovey, but throws a bit over and behind him. It'll force now 4th and 12 for Beaver Dam. Had an opportunity, but then that goes right back to where Jet hasn't been able to get any sort of momentum and get into a rhythm here on this offense. So Stovey will have to go back and punt it away.
Yeah, again, Jet's been one of the most consistent players in the last 2 seasons for Beaver Dam, and he's having a hard time getting going, and so is everybody else tonight. It's been a rough one.
Stobie back and a good boot away this time. A fair catch called, and it'll be caught at the Reedsburg 39 by Campbell. And that's Reedsburg will start off with their next possession here with 7:05 to go here in the 3rd quarter. It's been a little bit slowed down. I don't think we can ever have that fast of a half ever again. But I think Reedsburg can be the one to prove us wrong if any team is to do so.
Yeah. It comes down to Beaver Dam having to make a few plays here, trying to whip this momentum around. But it's been a difficult run here. There's no question.
2 to the right, a wing T formation here as it's been all night for Reedsburg. Pollock in motion left to right. The handoff goes right up the middle. Walls has space, crosses midfield, 40, finally tripped up. Breaker there to bring him down as he gets past Beaver Dam's 40. Walls on the big carry. Be marked down at the Beaver Dam 37-yard line.
Pick up for 24 for Walls, right through the middle.
So we got some company here in the press box. A couple big spiders here. Mosquitoes in full effect here as Wisconsin's warm, muggy weather here on this beautiful football Friday night. 1 to the right, 1 to the left for Reedsburg. 1st and 10. Kahn keeps it, and he's finally dragged down as the back judge, I don't think, saw where the ball was. So Hahn gets a quick gain of 1. It'll be 2nd and 9 for Reedsburg.
Nice job by Lemus to bring him down, and it's just Beaver Dam's at the point now where they just need somebody to make one play and then try to stack a couple nice plays together and just get a little bit of momentum going. If it's not for tonight or maybe, next week and for the rest of the year. But as they go to Portage next week, and at this pace, it's going to be the battle of teams that have not won the conference yet.
6 minutes to go here in the third quarter. Campbell in motion goes back to the right side of the line. Now Pollock in motion as the handoff goes right up the middle of the walls. Spins around and drags defenders forward with him on the second down carry. It'll be third and manageable now for Reedsburg. It'll be 3rd and 5.
I think it's not like Beaver Dam has not been in position on most times to make a play. It's been Reedsburg's running backs that have dragged defenders 2 or 3 yards and fallen forward consistently that have picked up those extra yards. And instead of getting a hit and stopping them where they're at, those little extra yards in this offense make a big, big deal.
Yeah, those second, third effort, keeping the legs churning, has been the motto all night. The handoff kept by Hahn. Hahn moves up across the 25, and he's brought down at Beaver Dam's 24-yard line, and the Sticks continue to move. Clock continues to tick for Reedsburg. Under 5 minutes to play now here in the third quarter, and Reedsburg, who leads by 25 already, continuing to threat to score again.
Yeah, it's been it's consistent. Third and short, third and middle, third and mid-range. It's picked up and it's always on the ground. Again, Hahn hasn't attempted a pass yet, and he won't the rest of the way. I can't imagine.
In motion, Pollock. He gets the pitch going off the right side. The Jager almost brings him down in the backfield, but yet again, still able to get back to at least the line of scrimmage, preventing a negative loss. Pollock falls forward, and it'll be 2nd and 10.
Yeah, and that's, that's the difference. Instead of second of 13, 2nd and 12, it's 2nd and 10, or maybe 10 and a half here, but picking up that yard or two is a big deal.
So Beaver Dam still out there on defense and still scoreless as Reedsburg leads 25-0 here on your Farmers Implement scoreboard. 2nd and 10 for the Reedsburg Beavers. The handoff goes right up the middle, and I believe it's kept there by Hahn. And Hahn keeps it moving forward, and it's a gain of 5 about. So it'll be 3rd and 5 for Reedsburg, and this is a situation they've been in all night, and you almost have to expect them. This is 4-down territory.
Yeah, no question. Hahn came into this game 50 carries for 63 yards. He's at 16 for 70 tonight. He's done a really nice job of being that second or third option for them and keeping the football when he needs to and picking up important yardage.
And Reedsburg continues that without any struggle here. 3rd and 6, though. In motion, Campbell. Handoff goes to Walls. Walls breaks a tackle in the backfield, drags a defender forward, continues to do so, and he's brought down short. It'll be 4th and 2 now for Reedsburg. Yeah. And you can see that Beaver Dam defense fighting, continuing to just drag down these defenders and prevent that extra yardage.
Yeah, and again, it's a hit early and breaking one tackle, picking up 2 or 3 more yards, and it's just so important. It puts Reedsburg in a 4th and, 3, 2.5.
4th and a long 2.
And they probably feel pretty good picking this up on the ground. We'll see here.
Beaver Dam here, a big defensive stop underway as it's ran right up the middle, and it'll be more than enough for the first down. And Beaver Dam continues to struggle to get the stops on defense, and the clock continues to tick. We got 2:24 remaining here in the third quarter, and this is what we saw in that initial drive from Reedsburg. The grit and the grind to keep the drives going and get the first downs when needed.
Yeah, it's tough, and it's tough for the kids too. It's they're frustrated as well.
Carey here now, diving forward just to get some extra yardage. And that's Pollock as he's able. Campbell. Campbell gets the first down carry of 3. It'll be 2nd and 7 now for Reedsburg. Brought down by Strasser, and this Beaver Dam defense has been very active tonight. There's 1:45 to go here in the third quarter. Continue to run the ball against this Beaver Dam defense as Reedsburg gets a attempts a pass tonight, and as it's been mentioned by Tim multiple times, not going to change at all. The handoff goes right up the middle. It's handed off tackle to Campbell. Campbell gets close to the first down on the second down carry. It'll be 3rd and 2 for Reedsburg.
Coach Kinsey, I think here is going to call a timeout because it's a worn-down defense at this point.
1:11 remaining here in the third quarter. That's the second timeout used by Beaver Dam. We'll be back right after this. As in contention inside the 10-yard line, Reedsburg looking to move the ball. You're listening to Beaver Dam High School football here on WBEV and streaming live on DailyDodge.com.
I'm Devin. I deliver sandwiches for Jimmy John's.
Freaktown. Population Devin.
We'll deliver one sandwich,
Minimum freak.
or hundreds of sandwiches.
Infinity freak.
However many you want.
You're mayor of Freaktown, Devin. Freaky fresh, freaky fast. Jimmy John's. Freak yeah.
I'm Tammy. I get to Jimmy John's early every day.
Freak-a-doodle-doo.
To bake bread fresh.
Freak-a-doodle-doo.
And we keep on baking throughout the day, so it's always fresh for our customers. That's all.
Doodle-doo, freak-a-doo. Freaky fresh, freaky fast. Jimmy John's. Freak yeah.
For the Reedsburg Beavers, I'm Tyler Lance alongside me, Tim Ladrin, bringing you Beaver Dam High School football tonight here on WBV and streaming live on DailyDodge.com. And another stop here. Could be 4-down territory, though, for Reedsburg. In motion, Pollock goes left to right. The handoff right up the middle. Walls runs it in for a touchdown. And now it's a 31-0 lead here for Reedsburg in this rushing attack. Much like it was in the matchup against Baraboo. Too much for this Beaver Dam defense.
Yeah, and they've done it a much different way, right, than what Baraboo did. It was, they do a nice job of handling the football in this option look and not quite sure knowing where the football is going has been part of the deal here.
Extra point unit out there. That's been a struggle here on special teams for the Reedsburg Beavers as Riley Doro's extra point is up and through. His second extra point of the night, as now it's 32-0 here for Reedsburg. We'll keep it here as we approach here the last minute and 6 seconds to go here in this contest as Beaver Dam trails 32-0 to Reedsburg. In your drive recap here, Tim.
14 plays, 61 yards, 5:59 off the clock. Jason Wall, 7-yard touchdown run. Kick is good. 32-0 Reedsburg. Thinking about all the frustration of tonight, and talking to the coaches before the game and throughout the week, they thought this was certainly a game that was gettable, a game that they could win, and I don't think anybody, probably on either sideline, thought this is the way this is going to go tonight. Reedsburg's been awfully good and stick to what they do, and just Beaver Dam's been unable to stop it.
And I was talking with the opposing broadcasters before the game, and I was telling them, this is another one of those games where you don't know what team's going to be out there. It's just not, you don't know what Reedsburg squad's going to show up. They haven't been able to put up many points, but they've been consistent enough to get the job done. You can't predict this type of outing on the ground from this Reedsburg offense.
Yeah, it's a good point, too. We mentioned in the pregame, in the last 3 games, they scored a total of 15 points. They've gone 2-1 in those 3 games, but 15 points. They got 32 tonight.
32-0. Stobie and Brown back to return the kick as Brown muffs it a little bit, but able to bring it down. A flake thrown on the near sideline as Brown is wrapped up, and he'll be marked down at the 21-yard line with a forward progress in Beaver Dam territory. We'll see what the flag is and if it'll move Beaver Dam back or forward. We'll see here as Beaver Dam High School football here brought to you by Surefire, Richards Insurance, American Bank, Landmark Credit Union, Walker's Restaurant, Bayside Supper Club, Hometown Pharmacy, and Columbus Family Dental.
Shot block on Beaver Dam.
And that'll move Beaver Dam back. The last thing that they need at this moment.
James Brown, I give him a lot of credit. He's a kid that through the last his first couple of years of football through the JV and JV2 teams has been a big factor, but has also been banged up a lot. And actually, I got him in class, and I give him a little bit of a hard time all the time. He's taken some pretty big hits this year, and he's been pretty durable. He's done a nice job for Beaver Dam.
So 57 seconds left to go. Beaver Dam's offense will get to work on the field once the final line of scrimmage is set. It'll be back at 1st and 10 on the Beavers' 11-yard line. And a tough spot for them to start, and that's been another issue. They haven't had great starting field position here all night long. One to the left, two to the right. Quick bubble screen left side, going upfield and trying to do so is, looks like Fletcher. That's Boschert, excuse me, as Boschert gets a gain of maybe 2. And it'll be 2nd and 8.
Again, one of those plays you're just trying to get something going. And that's a play that's been there a little bit for Beaver Dam this year. Reedsburg's done a nice job of stopping it.
Clock ticks, 30 seconds to go here in the third quarter. One to the left, two to the right. Brown takes the handoff right up the middle, and he stood up immediately by the Reedsburg defensive line. No sort of push able to get there by Beaver Dam's offense. And that could be the last play here of the third quarter with 12 seconds to go. Coach Kinsey looks down at his sheet, and we'll see as down to 5 seconds, and that'll do it for the third quarter. So after 3 complete, Reedsburg leads 32-0 over Beaver Dam. Back with the fourth and final quarter of action right after this. You're listening to Beaver Dam High School Football here on WBV and streaming live on DailyDodge.com.
As a farmer, nothing compares to the sense of pride you feel when you first head outside in the morning. In this moment, it doesn't matter if you save money in 15 minutes. It doesn't matter if the guy down the road has the same insurance you do. What matters is that your independent insurance agent and the company that stands behind them have you covered. Auto Owners Insurance, the no-problem people. Richards Insurance, 123 North Spring Street in downtown Beaver Dam. Call 887-1615.
We'll be there with you.
Richards Insurance of Beaver Dam.
Take $10,000 off MSRP on the all-new 2019 Ram Bighorn Crew Cab or lease from $325 a month during Ram Power Days at Reed Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Beaver Dam. For you Jeep enthusiasts, brand new four-wheel drive Renegade starting at $19,995. The all-new four-wheel drive Compass Latitude $23,395, and for the extreme off-roaders, Cherokee Trailhawks from $30,000. Let our family take care of your family at Reed Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Beaver Dam and ReedChrysler.com.
Lease payment with $3,500 due at signing, 10,000 miles per year, excluding tax, title, license.
The Jet drops back, looks over to the right side. Pass nearly complete on a 3rd and long for Beaver Dam. Intended for Adam Bird, but a good job by the Reedsburg secondary, able to make some contact and force a difficult catch there, and unable to come up with it eventually is Bird.
You got to give, Reedsburg's defense a lot of credit. They've done a really good job. Beaver Dam under 100 yards of offense. Put up over 400 last week against Mount Horeb. Part of that, I think, is the offense and the time of possession, but part of that, too, is Reedsburg's played really well defensively. They had the one bad game, the 40-0 loss to the Forest, but they've given up almost nothing in the other 3 games.
The boot away by Stobie, a good one. It bounces at midfield, takes the Golden Beavers bounce, and it'll fall and be marked dead at the 47-yard line of Reedsburg. So Reedsburg will take over here. And with 11:41 to go here in the fourth and final quarter, as the Farmers Implement scoreboard, Reedsburg leads 32-0, and at this point, another score implements the running clock. It seems like it's been a running clock in the first half,
right?
With the way the running was.
Yeah,
no stoppage in the clock unless if it was a touchdown.
Yeah, you mentioned Reedsburg's defense. Nothing against Milton. They gave up only 7 of them in a row and 7 to Sauk and nothing tonight.
A strong and sturdy defense as we start seeing some second unit guys come in and a run handoff right up the middle that time. As Jason Walls with the carry, he's had himself quite a night. A touchdown run a little earlier. It's been a little bit of everyone here in this contest so far. 5 touchdowns for Reedsburg, all on the ground.
And Walls has 2 of them. He's now 16 carries for 99 yards tonight.
Walls continues here as another back in there. Joel Sturkowitz. We'll hear his name called as it appears Campbell and possibly Pollock may be done for the night. Pollock still in there as the handoff goes to Sturkowitz. Sturkowitz right up the middle on the reverse inside handoff. It'll be a gain of about 2, so it'll be 3rd and 4 for Reedsburg here. Clock continues to tick as we're under 11 minutes to go here in the fourth quarter. And 3rd and 4 for Reedsburg, inside Beaver Dam's territory now on the Golden Beavers 47. They need to get to the 44 of Beaver Dam for the first down. One to the right, one to the left. Wing T in motion is Sturkowitz. The handoff goes to Walls, and it's actually kept by Hahn. Pitches over to Sturkowitz, gets enough for the first down. A flag is thrown back there in the area of a holding breaker. Very visibly frustrated, but in the initial play right now, it's a first. But you can see the frustration even on the Reedsburg side as well with that holding call.
Yeah, and the really frustrating part for them is he's well across the first down before the hold and going to bring it back. It's about right where it was before.
So it'll go back almost to the original line of scrimmage. It'll move them back a little more, so it'll be 3rd and 13 here for Reedsburg. It was a 3rd and 4. So moved them back 9 yards with that penalty as we stand with 10:08 here to go in the fourth quarter. Farmers Implement scoreboard has Reedsburg leading 32-0 here as we stand in the fourth quarter. 2 to the right is a wing T. Sturkowitz on one side, Pollock on the other. Walls directly behind Hahn as the clock continues to run. Under 10 minutes to play. Sturkowitz in motion. Cuts it back as handoff goes right up the middle this time as Pollock tries to find a crease to run through, but Reedsburg with the punting unit now coming out of their sidelines, and one of the first times we've seen them tonight.
Yeah, the first time we see the punter as Beaver Dam gets a stop after the penalty on Reedsburg. If it was Mount Horeb, they'd probably fake it.
That's a whole nother story here. As last week it was a little bit chippy and not what you would want to see as a running clock in the contest, but Reedsburg back to punt. Beaver Dam back to return as it appears to be a delay of the game, I believe.
Yeah.
And that'll set back Reedsburg 5 more yards. Instead of 4th and 13, it'll be 4th and 18.
Unfortunately for Beaver Dam, Reedsburg wasn't used to bringing their punt team out. And they are now, and they had to pick up a 5-yard penalty.
The clock stops for a brief second as there's 8:55 to go here in the fourth quarter. Went Utri and Bird back to return the punt. A good one at that as it'll bounce at the 30 of Beaver Dam. And it'll get a little extra bounce there for Reedsburg. And Beaver Dam will start on their own 27-yard line. And this is where we've seen it majority of this season. You just got to get some sort of confidence moving forward as Beaver Dam well on their way to falling to 0-3 in the Badger North play and 1-4 on the season.
It's going to be interesting to see what the staff decides to do. If they bring in a second unit or they keep the starters in there. It looks like they are. Yep, they're going to bring, looks like the majority of the starters out there anyway.
Got some new receivers out there. You see Braden Bowman, Stobie and Brown still in the backfield for Beaver Dam.
Looks like Brian Toth on the receiver on this side.
As the handoff goes to Brown, he tries to go off left tackle, but the defense there to contain, and coming up to finish the tackle from the secondary, that was Danny Cass. the 5'10 junior, coming up to make the play and prevents any positive yardage, and that's been the difference on each side of the ball. With Reedsburg, they get hit behind the line of scrimmage, but able to move it forward. Beaver Dam hasn't been able to move it forward after that initial contact.
Yeah, and it's amazing because that opening drive, again, just looked dominant. And outside of the fumble, and just nothing since.
2nd and 11 as Brown has some space on the right side, finds the crease and moves up. The pile still moving. Fumble, though. Brown loses it, and Reedsburg recovers. It'll be a Reedsburg Beaver ball deep into Beaver Dam territory with another turnover by this Beaver Dam offense.
You know what, Tyler? I think that might have been Brennan Jordan on the carry, 23. I'm trying to see who's coming off the field. I don't see James Brown coming off.
Brown already on the sideline and walking away with his head down.
All right. So. Okay. Oh, yeah, there he is. Okay.
No.
You're right.
It was an unfortunate one for Brown there as his 2nd turnover of the evening. So Reedsburg will take over with 7:54 to go, 32-0. They lead, and we'll see the 2nd unit for Reedsburg as they continue to run forward, carrying the pile for the first down. Reedsburg moves the sticks. And now in at quarterback, we'll see a new face. We'll try to get you those as we come through here. Alex Cruiser, the new quarterback for Reedsburg. And you see a good job here on the sideline by Jet. You see the offensive line as well as some others over there as Sam Strasser, these leaders on this team, trying to keep James Brown's head up. It's just another game. As the handoff goes up the middle, hit an initial contact, a loss of yardage there. Cruiser got hits trying to give it off to the back as it'll be 2nd and goal now for Reedsburg.
This is where it is tough, and you got to remember, it's one of those games where when you lose one like this, it feels like 6 losses, but it's only 1. And that's the positive, well, if there is a positive to take out of it, I guess.
The handoff goes right up the middle inside to the end zone. Touchdown Reedsburg, and the 2nd unit gets on the board here. And that'll extend the lead to 38-0. Beaver Dam trailing here in this contest. And just like that, Brown's got to get up. And you saw a little hit on the helmet from Wynn Utri. And he'll be back to return this kick right after this extra point. But nonetheless, Reedsburg leads 38-0. We got 6:37 to go here in the 4th quarter.
I'm trying to figure out who that was, Tyler, that ran the football in. Numbers are tough to see for me up here.
The lighting not there. The numbers are tough to see as the extra point is blocked. A good job there defensively, bringing the pressure on special teams there by Beaver Dam. So the score remains 38-0 as Reedsburg leads in the Beaver Bowl here over Beaver Dam. Right back after this, you're listening to Beaver Dam High School Football here on WBEV and streaming live on DailyDodge.com.
Is your lawn in peril? It's time for the Lawn Ranger. For yard cleanup and lawn care, it's Vince's Lawn Care to the rescue. They specialize in rolling, aeration, thatching, fertilizing, weed control, shrub trimming, mowing, edging, lawn repair, and new lawns. They also clean rain gutters, sweep parking lots, do power washing, and even install leaf-proof rain gutters. The Lawn Ranger. Vince's Lawn Care. Call them toll-free at 877-885-4970. Hi-Yo Lawn Care. Away! The Lawn Ranger.
Welcome back here to H.S. Shirley's Athletic Field as we get some confusion trying to figure out who's in the 2nd unit, who's getting the carries, but a quick touchdown there from Reedsburg extends the lead to 38-0.
Yeah, it's a 3-point, 20-yard drive, 1:04 off the clock. It's Lawrence Liebert, number 53 for Reedsburg, that runs in the touchdown. He is number 53, and he is all of 5'4". Is that right? 145. That's why we couldn't see it. His numbers were tucked into his pants. Jersey's so big on him.
To give the little man some credit there as he found the end zone. We saw some previous issues in Baraboo trying to early on in the season as Fort Atkinson with that, but a return here by Beaver Dam. Brown brings it up. He's still moving the pile at the 35-yard line. They'll finally blow the play dead at the 36. So Beaver Dam will start there on their next offensive series as the clock continues to run. As 6:17 to go. We have a running clock the remainder of the way here.
That's, it's like Riley Horner's touchdown last week, the pick six. It was great to see. Lawrence Liebert probably never thought in a million years he would get into this football game, and he runs it in for a touchdown.
Beaver Dam High School football here brought to you by Surefire, Richards Insurance, American Bank, Landmark Credit Union, Walker's Restaurant, Bayside Supper Club, Hometown Pharmacy, and Columbus Family Dental. We see the second unit coming out here for Beaver Dam as well. Carter Risen, the quarterback. We already saw some new faces out in the flats there. 2 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. In the backfield, Stobie will take the carry. He moves up across the line of scrimmage and up across the 40, be down at the 41-yard line. Beaver Dam, a good first down carry. It'll be 2nd and 5.
We saw Carter Reason a couple of weeks ago here run a touchdown in, and that's tough because he's the JV quarterback. So he had a long night last night, and then he's back in as varsity quarterback tonight.
Reason, shotgun, running back to the right, one to the left out in the flats. Handoff goes to Stobie. He goes off left tackle on the second unit. He gets enough for the first down, and it'll move the sticks. Clock continues to run here as 1st and 10 for Beaver Dam with 4:50 remaining here in the fourth quarter.
And Stobie getting a couple carries here with the second unit. We know that Lysis was out this week. He's hoping to be back next week. He's got a growing injury. I know they're hoping that he'll be back at Portage next week.
2 to the right, 2 to the left. Stobie still in the backfield next to Reason as the handoff goes to Stobie. He almost gets wrapped up in the backfield, but drags himself forward for a gain of 2. That may not have been...
Nope, not Stobie.
Stobie as the handoff that time. Playing tricks on us again up here.
Come on. On the roster, and we're at home. Oh, you know what? I think I'm pretty sure it's Wesley Beal.
Wesley Beal on the carry there for Beaver Dam as he takes another carry, and it'll be a loss there on 2nd down.
The only reason why I know that, I'm pretty sure I know that because I saw him in school today with number 33 on. So unless he gave his jersey back to somebody else, it's got to be Wesley Beal.
That's why we keep you around, Tim.
It's Wesley Beal, I think. Wesley Beal? I think so.
As we're conjuring here in the booth as 1 to the right, 2 to the left. Reason pump fakes, passes over to the left-hand side. Formerly Dylan Livingston, now Nate Abel with the reception. As Nate Abel makes the catch. 4th and 5 now for Beaver Dam. Clock continues to run here. 3:20 to play. Tim, that's why we keep you around. You gotta have someone on the inside here of the school.
I saw him right at the end of the day too.
2 to the right, 2 to the left. 4th down for Beaver Dam. The pass right down the seam, beautifully passed. Intercepted though by Reedsburg. It went on the shoulder pad of Demetrius Gruenberg and off of the shoulder pad into the defender's arms, and Reedsburg regains possession here with 2:50 to go, and that'll about do it here for this game.
I will tell you a quick little story about Wesley today. When I saw him, he played a JV game last night. He's playing in the varsity game tonight. And when I saw him today, he was in the cafeteria at the end of the day, and he was getting help on his math from Coach Winker. So it tells you what kind of good kid he is. He's got in the middle of 2 football games and getting some homework done and make sure his grades are there. So if that's Wesley 33, he's getting a lot of props if it is.
We're building him up quite a bit here as another set of Reedsburg Beavers into the action as it's off tackle to the left. It'll be a gain of 2 for Reedsburg as the clock continues to tick. Almost under 2 minutes of play here. 2:05 to go. Matter of a first down away here from this game being over.
Yeah, if even that, I think.
It'll be
nobody stopping the clock. That's for sure.
Tim, this may be the easiest stat sheet here for you for Reedsburg.
I have the
post game.
I do have the Reedsburg passing numbers down.
Those numbers are down as the handoff goes off right tackle, speeding through the midfield, crossing 45, 40. Finally break down in Beaver Dam territory at the 35. A big carry there on the short Robert Carlin, 5'8", 145, able to get his carries in here late into this contest as we now have 1:16 remaining here in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, this is a nice run there. It's second and third units get second and third units, but a nice pickup and a nice hole by that offensive line.
One to the left, one to the right. The handoff goes right up the left side, and he's still going. First down carry there for Reedsburg as Connor Skavink with the carry, and gotta appreciate the student section for Reedsburg chinning better Beavers.
No, we'll see how that goes in basketball season. Be honest with you. It's a long year yet.
We'll see who has the last word in that in athletics. But I appreciate the Reedsburg fans coming out here to support their team.
Yeah, you're right. It's a long drive, and it's a big crowd from Reedsburg, or decent-sized crowd. I wouldn't say big crowd, but decent-sized crowd. Good student section for Reedsburg tonight.
A long athletic season. Coach, I'm sure you'll have some fun with that. Going into basketball. As the handoff goes right up the middle for Reedsburg. It'll be a short carry and gain on first down. 5 seconds remaining.
Can't have fun in a game like this, Tyler. You just, what are we doing, right?
As the clock hits 0, and Beaver Dam falls short, 38-0. So Reedsburg in the Beaver Bowl this year goes to Reedsburg, and it evens up at 1 apiece. We'll keep a running tally on our own here, but we get second half stats and thoughts and final thoughts right after this. You're listening to Beaver Dam High School football here on WBEV and streaming live on DailyDodge.com.
I love going to the dentist.
The very first thing people notice about you is your smile. At Columbus Family Dental, we understand how important first impressions can be, and we want to help you achieve a smile that will make lasting impressions. Hi, this is Dr. Adam Forster, and along with our team of doctors, we promise to work with each patient individually to create a personalized treatment plan. We take pride in the wide range of dental services we provide, including dentistry for the entire family. Call us today to set up your free consultation at 623-5559.
Get more out of your home so you can put more into your home. Landmark Credit Union is offering a home equity line of credit starting at only 1.99% APR for 12 months. Regular rate, 4.25% APR. To learn more, visit landmarkcu.com. Call 262-796-4500 or stop into one of our 31 branch locations, including Beaver Dam, Fall River, Juneau, and Mayville. For details about credit costs and terms, Landmark Credit Union. You're worth more here. Equal housing opportunity.
The prices are falling at Lidke Motors during our Lincoln Certified Sales Event. All of our Lincoln Certified vehicles are on sale with financing as low as 1.9% for up to 48 months. Every Lincoln Certified vehicle comes with a 200-point inspection by Lidke Motors Certified Technicians, a 6-year or 100,000-mile comprehensive warranty, and a 24-month maintenance package. And all are backed by the Lincoln Motor Company. We have a great selection of Lincoln MKCs, MKXs, and MKZs, and finance rates as low as 1.9% for up to 48 months at Lidke Motors. Remember, if it's not certified, it's just used.
The Bayside Supper Club is your wedding and banquet headquarters and can accommodate parties from 10 to 500. Every Friday, enjoy Bayside's famous chicken and seafood buffet with all of the trimmings featuring perch, beer-battered cod, baked Alaskan whitefish, jumbo fantail shrimp, roasted chicken, crab Alfredo, and more, served 4 to 9 p.m. for just $12.99. Their Sunday brunch is served every Sunday from 10:30 a.m. to 2 p.m. The Bayside Supper Club, Highway G in Beaver Dam.
Look around. This book, this meal, this lamp, this world is made of dreams. So when people say American Family Insurance protects things, we shake our head no. Because we protect this, and everyone's dreams worth protecting. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly. American Family Insurance.
For details, contact Kevin Carnine, agent at Kevin Carnine Agency, LLC. Call 887-9700 or stop by 718 Park Avenue in Beaver Dam.
American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
here to H.H. Durleith Athletic Field. Final here out at H.H. Durleith Athletic Field in a Badger North matchup. Reedsburg comes out on top 38-0 over Beaver Dam and your Reed Chrysler. Drive of the half is the opening kickoff returned in the second half by Reedsburg.
Yeah, boy, that didn't turn out right, did it? It was, we talked about at halftime how important that, maybe the halftime of the year was that time and that possession coming out in order to, get a stop and a score. And Reedsburg comes right out, returns the opening kick for a touchdown, and it just, as deflated as Beaver Dam was, it became worse and worse from there. And it, as we've mentioned multiple times, it became that proverbial snowball effect, and it just could not stop it.
And Tim here with our final numbers on the night is not a single pass attempt by Reedsburg.
Yeah, they get 300 yards on the button on the ground. Nothing, again, no pass attempts for Hayden Hahn, but he runs for 16 carries for 70 yards and a touchdown. Jason Walls led him, 16 carries, 99 yards, 2 touchdowns. Derek Pollock at 12 for 30. Casey Campbell, 7 for 39. And a whole slew of other guys at the end. Piled on to the 300 yards total for Reedsburg. For Beaver Dam, it was through the air. Kendrick Jimenez was 3 of 9 for 11 yards. Broden Boschert, 2 catches for -1. Stobie, 1 for 12. And Nate Abel, 1 for 4. As Carter Reason went 1 for 2 with an interception for 4 yards that pass to Abel. On the ground, James Brown, 13 carries for 48 yards. Jed Jimenez, 1 carry for 7. Stobie, 4 for 32. And Wesley Beal, 2 for 2. Yardage 300 for Reedsburg, only 104 for Beaver Dam.
Beaver Dam falls to 0-3 in conference play and 1-4 on the season. As for Reedsburg, they go to 2-1 in conference play in the Badger North and 4-1 on the season. And a good turnaround here for Coach Pottinger in a season that last year wasn't where they wanted to be. They were close to making the playoffs and a chance to do so, but this season, it's a complete 180 with everything.
Well, I mentioned at the beginning, too, it was Beaver Dam that sort of ended their hopes there, and they came back here certainly and returned the favor, and they're setting themselves up in a pretty good spot. They've, Mount Horeb next week, we saw Mount Horeb was trailing Baraboo at half, 14-7. That seems like a possible winnable game for them. And then they go to Wanakee, which we've mentioned multiple times. Then they're at Portage, a game they should win, and then it could be that Baraboo game, that rivalry game at the end, that could get them into the playoffs. Just checking a couple scores here across the Badger North. It's Wanakee beats Portage 70-6. That game we were talking about, Mount Horeb and Baraboo, that's tied at the end of 3, 14-14. So you're looking at a couple games that Reedsburg does have a chance to win, and they're going to need to get one of those in the Portage game to get in. And this, as you mentioned in before, Tyler, this essentially ends the playoff run for Beaver Dam. It's not official, but they would need to pull the upset over DeForest and Wanakee at the end of the year.
So a tough loss for Beaver Dam here tonight, and it was just not being able to do enough defensively, and the penalties that we talked about it. We'll talk about it over and over again here, again in the post game here. The running into the kicker just really was deflating to that defense. That would have maybe put it at an 8-minute drive instead of a 13.5-minute drive, but instead the penalty gave extra time on the clock for Reedsburg to continue and get that first points on the board and really set the tone.
Yeah, and if you don't, even if you don't hit the kicker there and you get the ball back there at 0-0 and you get the stop sort of around midfield, you don't know where the ball's going to be, say it's on the 20 or whatever. Beaver Dam's coming off a drive where they marched it down the field and before the fumble by Brown. And so you felt like, okay, we're going to make a run again here, and those two plays were deflators. And again, on that, I don't feel like that's a tough play on Stobie, because he's going to try and make a play. And if, boy, again, we'd have to. I'm going to be interested to talk to the coaches and see what their video looks like. But you feel like it was almost impossible for him to not hit the ball on that block punt. He was so on top of it, it just didn't happen. And from there, everything was downhill from there.
Beaver Dam falls short here tonight, 38-0 to Reedsburg. And Tim, just your final thoughts here as we'll wrap up this post game as we will head into next week. Same time here, it's against Portage.
Yeah, I think about where Coach Kinsey is right now, and where how do you lead the troops the next week? Is it this one's certainly a deflator. This one's tough. You got to figure out a way to bounce back, and it now looks like there's 4 games left in the season without the playoffs. So you've got your seniors to play for who've been a part of the program, and you go to Portage, a game that's a winnable football game, to go down there and maybe get some momentum and maybe get one there. And then you've got DeForest at home for homecoming, which will be a night.
Yep.
Homecoming's different every year. Sometimes homecoming's a really bad distraction. Sometimes it's a really good distraction. This could be a really good distraction, this homecoming thing, in 2 weeks at home. And then you go to Sauk, another winnable game, before you wrap up with Waunakee at home. So you got to take it one game at a time. You got to try to fix some things and still try to be a good football team the rest of the year. And that's really where they're at. And hopefully they can get a little more healthy and get some of their guys back and try to make a positive run here at the end of the year.
A final 38-0 on your Farmers Implements scoreboard as Beaver Dam falls to Reedsburg as Beaver Dam High School football here tonight. Brought to you by Surefire, Richards Insurance, American Bank, Landmark Credit Union, Walker's Restaurant, Bayside Supper Club, Hometown Pharmacy, and Columbus Family Dental. Back here again next week. Pre-game starts at 6:50, kickoff at 7 as Beaver Dam will travel to Portage. Ask you to tune back in here as you thank you for listening into BEV tonight and streaming live on dailydodge.com. Be back again next week. Tune in, 6:50. Thanks all, and have a great night.
A summertime tradition, the Brewers on AM 1430 WBEV Beaver Dam.
Here's your weatherology forecast.